Players' journals ham can be edited by ham. Save changes. And players' journals, Chase, can be edited by Chase. And no one changed your character's name yet, because I am gonna personally see who won the RNG based on who has the best auto-generated name. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Ham so far.
Oh, Brew.
Hey, no spoilers, bro. What are you doing?
I was just trying to
Oh,
pronounce
wait
it.
a minute. Kyron's is sick too. What? Mitchell, yours is aight. It's nothing to write home about, I'm afraid.
Mine's not good, but it's growing on me.
It's been 10 seconds.
Mine
It's
is like
growing.
okay enough that I could just keep this as my actual name.
Right? Yours is cool.
LG Cleric, what is this picture, Jake?
What? I've shown you that picture before.
I know, but just...
I'll post. Okay, I'll post it into the general chat. 1 second. Yeah, there it is. This is my favorite D&D meme to date.
That's right. I'll sacrifice God.
It's good. It's so good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a battle between Ham and Kyron for auto-generated name.
Mine
And I'll
sucks.
make Caden's character.
What the fuck is my last name?
You know, I think I can actually pronounce my name.
So I'm gonna take it from the top, giving you guys what the auto-generated names were. So, for Ham, we're sitting on Brubexu Ogocha. Pretty thick.
That's pretty good.
Chase is sitting with Cleo Gukre Wa. Lumpy is a Dukuki Prepede. Lumpy's yours sucks. Kyron's sitting here pretty with Osa Ska. After Kyron, we got Mitchell with Aklo Isop. Then we got Theo with Eukrovja. And then we got Leo with Ropopun. And then finally we got Tayden, who isn't here yet, with Uhiya Step.
Incredible.
My personal winner here is definitely Osa Ska. That's just a sick name.
No, Hams is way fucking better.
Rubexu is good too.
What was Robopun? Who was that? Was that Leo?
Yeah, Rebropo Pun.
Oh, never mind.
Nice.
So you guys can see we got the map set up. Isn't that nice?
Look at that.
Isn't that nice?
Sure is. Look at it.
The only things I have on this page, or like this world so far, is this map and the dungeon that I prepared for last week.
Hell
Without
yeah.
any enemies spawned on it though. I'll just redo all the encounters, it's fine. So I suppose we should
Roll for stats?
you guys wanna go you wanna roll stats first?
What's the other option?
World build?
Start talking about the world, yeah.
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 Some people care about that deal.
Tell us about the world.
Well, what would you guys rather start with? It seemed like you were more interested in starting with stats.
We can do stats, but if we're gonna do stats, let's do it one at a time so that the
Yes,
world's like
no,
grouped.
Correct. Or I could do Mitchell's forbidden
No.
communism stat rolls.
What?
Those are
That
sick.
wasn't even mine. I borrowed that system from someone else.
What are
I decry it as a
communism stat
failure.
rolls?
Now what do we do?
Everyone rolled stat rolls, and it went into a pool. and then you went around drafting the stat rolls, and so eventually it was just like a bunch of 6s left. It was awesome. Somehow Theo ended up with like a -2 overall because he kept picking negatives like super early.
That is a very Theo move.
First round draft pick.
Yeah. Who wants to roll stats first?
And I was trying so many other things that I figured might as well
Well,
just
if I stop
change up
clicking, all
freaking
my
that
purple
too.
goes away.
Please roll as your player name, by the way, so I can know who it was at a glance.
Understandable.
I know it doesn't really matter long run, but
Who volunteers?
Yeah, it might be easy to
It's
do.
Theo.
Theo,
Theo's not doing K3. Lamau. Jesus Christ, Theo's already
Whoa,
a beast.
those are some thick numbers.
6 times, yeah. I mean, you started with 17 and 18.
Yeah, you're keeping those.
Holy shit.
The lowest being 8. Holy heck.
What a busted line. I love it.
Yeah, that's crazy that he rolled a 21 and a 22.
Yeah.
That's
Welcome
pretty
back.
high.
Most stats can't even get that high.
I'll go next. Here we go. Pink. And 6.
Alright. What we letting in for homebrew?
Oh
Jesus
God,
fucking
Theo,
Christ,
we're
Theo.
rolling for stats. Let the man
Leo
breathe.
is
No, we're doing stats first. Alright,
They're
Leo
all
versus
even
Nate. What
numbers.
the fuck is this?
me next.
I'm next.
I love my stats. Holy shit.
I would
Yeah,
hope
that's,
so.
That's also
They're
pretty nuts.
redonkulous.
One more.
It's pretty solid.
They
Oh,
are
I
kind
think I
of.
did too many.
I think he did 7.
That is
Yeah,
7.
Let's take the first 6.
yeah.
That seems fine.
Pretty average.
All
They're
right,
not
let's
going to be standing up to Leo and Theo, but
We
and
should have.
some
Yeah,
bad
Wait,
cool.
rolls
Cool.
and stuff.
speaking of stats, we should have rolled the 12 as well as part of the stat line.
Patience, my friend. We'll get to that.
There we
Yep,
go.
that's good enough to keep.
I'll rip it off.
Good enough to keep.
Solid.
Yeah, it's also solid.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
It's not that bad.
I mean, look, he takes human, and that's some fatty boosts.
An overall +2.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, if he goes human, he could turn all those 9s into 10s.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I'll be unstoppable.
Look out, level 10.
I mean, that's actually almost what I had for the other character.
It's like,
A
it's
little
not
lower.
terrible. I definitely could work with it.
It's a little lower. I think I had 3 like below 10 and then 3 that were like pretty far above 10. I think it was like a 18,
tell you what,
16,
Kyra.
13,
Bust,
something like
bust
that.
up to 11. Bust up
I'll
to
tell you
11.
what, Karen, that 11.
Yeah.
Make it like a 13. We're good.
All right.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, 69, the forbidden number.
That's, he
That's
added
not
2.
how math works.
Leo,
That's the
70.
Is math hard? Yes.
No.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Why is it
whoa,
not
whoa,
rolling?
whoa,
You
whoa,
forgot to put the 3 at the end.
46k.
Ah, that's
Mitchell's
why.
roll's not looking good.
Those are rough.
whoa.
I'm so used to doing the other one. Okay. Why is I not? I can never remember that freaking macro for whatever reason. Let's see. Nope.
Now you said 40, 63K.
46k3.
K3.
46, keep 3.
There we go.
Oh my
There we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not that exciting, but
And,
it's
and you
certainly
got a
good.
fatty 6 there,
Yeah,
too.
the
Look at
6 is
that.
sick. Now you can put that in con.
Yeah. The reroll move.
No, that's going in strength more likely than anything.
But that was all of y'all, right? With the exception of Mr. Payton, of course.
Has Lumpy gone?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I say we just give Payton all 8s for not being here.
For 1-9, just to be nice.
5 8s, 118.
Now that's a
Wise.
character.
That is-
That's too good. We can't give that to him.
That's
I
too
would-
good.
318.
I would put that 8 to just intelligence. It's super smart, but you're just caught in a wheelchair while just constantly.
Is that what 8s do to you? You're in a wheelchair?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
God.
I would
Stephen
drop the I would drop the 8s down just even more, just as far as I could push them.
Fantasy
In
Stephen
comparison
Hawking.
to how orcs are.
Fantasy Stephen Hawking.
Right.
Yep.
GG. Okay, everybody said GG.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
Now let me
Oh,
bust
yeah.
out
Easy.
my forbidden Google document.
Wait, are we rolling D12s or what?
Good idea. D12s. Alright, Karn's got a 6.
Mhm.
Come in.
Lumpy's off to the races with an early lead. Oh, my god!
My God.
Oh! Huge.
I wilt in their shadow.
Literally.
This
Theo,
is,
you got
This
to.
is pod racing.
Theo, do it. Howard.
Theo, you could be the third 12 in a row. Just think about it. A combined 36. How much power is that in 3 people?
Leo and Chase are gonna have a fucking sword fight with their dicks while Duel of the Fates plays.
Oh my god.
Team up and fight back to back like Darth
Lumpy
Maul.
will watch and dream.
I'm the Padawan.
Lumpy's like Yoda.
Theo,
Yoda also has a 10.
roll.
He's trying to go on strike, but either he rolls or someone rolls for him.
Well, it would have to be you, Jake.
I know. I'm the someone in this scenario.
Do it.
Let's see, which one was Theo again? Theo's red, so Theo is Yakrovcha.
Okay. Okay.
See, I'm not screwing Theo over.
Not bad, not bad.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, solid above average roll.
Now you put it this character sheet and he deletes it. To continue his strike.
You can't delete it if I put it in the Google document.
Additional features and traits.
Big 12.
Big 12.
Theo has dick size 8. There we go. It's in all caps at the top of the thing.
Big.
Matter
Watch
of
him
fact,
make a
the-
female character.
Doesn't matter.
I was gonna make a female character, but I feel like I can't.
You can.
Spiritual dick.
It's just the
Big. Then I have to make a character with big dick energy.
yeah.
Galactic.
I don't know. I don't know if Leo can pull that off.
I know.
Yo, Leo, I feel like that's just how big's your dick in real life?
And I said I don't remember. I never measure.
That's right, you're dumb. I forgot.
Yep.
At least you know what? At least you admit you're not sure instead of pikishing it.
What does Piker say?
Pika showed us with the, it's like 6.5, 7 inches. We're like, damn. And I'm like, but also there's no way. He's like, no, really, you can ask. I'm like, who? He's like, you can ask Mia or Glitchy. And so I pinged Mia in her server and went, Mia, how big is Pikish's dick? And she said, average. And I said, would you say it's about 6.5 to 7 inches? And she went, no, Keck W.
Keck W. Oh! Damn, Mia just. Oh my god. Mia just shutting down men.
Shit on his whole dick.
Shit on his whole dick.
Maker gets it rough in that server.
What server
He's
does
got
he
it
not get
covered.
it rough? He comes into this one, we hate him. He gets it rough at every server.
I hope he likes it.
I don't think
'Cause
he gets
if
a
he
rough and
doesn't,
glitchy server.
then we're
unless he
bogus.
does.
And glitch. I feel like glitchy roughs him up.
Yeah,
She
does.
chases him into here and roughs him up.
Yeah, true. Does it for everyone to see.
Whips out his DMs and roasts him in front of those stands.
I don't know what class I'm gonna play. So anyway, world builder. What are we doing now?
That's right. World building.
Okay, so what if there was a glass storm
Got it.
that always went around the world?
A
What
what?
if there was an Electabuzz that got
pretty
shot
much just-
by Gunroto?
I'm pretty much here just to figure out what the hell you guys are looking for in a world, really. Just
You know
throw
what-
for
you know
that
what?
that you actually want.
You know what I'm looking for? Genies.
Genies.
I want to make the
An
wish.
odd request.
Yup, genies. They're cool. They're contractual. They grant wishes.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh,
It's
look,
paid
you
in.
decided to show up.
So do devils.
I had to restart my fucking Discord like 3 times.
Now you have to wait for him to roll both
I
things.
know I have to wait for him to roll stats and dick size. You got some big boys to keep up with.
Mm.
Yeah,
Believe you, Peyton.
we're
Be the-
we're
be
above
the
average
third
as a
12.
group.
Yeah, Leo
Be
and
the
Chase.
third 12. Christ.
Yeah, Leo and Chase both sitting pretty. Lumpy
Lump-
thought he was tough shit with his 10.
Not even close, Lumpy.
Meanwhile, Mitchell, art does not imitate life. Sitting out
Okay.
the lowest of the crowd.
Hate to see it. Almost. Unless for that fucking fit in. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's gross.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
Yep, that's a keep.
And before dick size. Is it necessary?
That's a
as
D6.
yes.
All right.
That was
No, you're rolling regardless, Peyton.
That's fair.
Ooh,
Ooh.
respectable,
Yeah,
respectable.
it's about the dick in your soul, no matter what, Peyton.
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh, so they don't have a character concept yet, so smile.
Also, if you
World
play
building
Way of the
today.
Astral Self,
I got an idea for
that
you.
manifests the
Peyton.
dick size.
Play an elf girl with a gun.
Ooh, I like that one. I'll
don't
play
know.
a Wood Elf Ranger. I've never done
I
that
don't know.
before.
That's a good idea. You guys want guns in this world or not?
I like.
I could not care less.
I would care less.
But why use a gun when you can use a bow?
How
You
about
got the
this?
right outlook.
Those are
this?
just cooler. but
How about this? Guns,
Because
but
gun-
no bows.
I don't know
Well,
about
this
that
one,
one.
B. You're so worried about Regal being alone in Canada, you can go join him.
Oh my god! Wait.
Fuck. Holy shit.
Oh no.
I kind of actually
No
do wanna
bows,
play a
only
character
throwing
with a bow.
I
I'm
mean,
getting interested in bows.
you had it coming, Lumpy, after this new name.
This
Speaking of
new name?
bows, can I get a fucking character sheet?
Yeah, I fucking see you.
You changed your name to Childproof Demons.
Oh yeah, I was inspired by Mitchell.
Yeah, I know.
That's just a placeholder for new character
What?
name.
You're gonna name yours? Okay.
Oh, that's actually like almost. And that can actually work as a name. Damn.
We went through the
Easy.
names. I mean, Ham and Kyron are the clear winners of the auto-generated names.
You know, I might even keep my
Yeah.
generated name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're sick. Ham's Brubexu Ogocha. And Kyron's Osaska. They're sick.
Ska.
Warlord Ska.
Alright, world building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like world building. What the fuck do you guys want in this world?
I want Kha'Zix to assassinate me.
Why do I should have just not invited Ham or Luffy at this part.
I don't want Kha'Zix to assassinate me.
Yeah,
We
I
already have
personally.
conflicts. We already have conflicts. What am I
God.
supposed to do?
If I see any leave, I'm just gonna be sad.
Oh, I mean, if Nautilus made an appearance, I wouldn't be mad.
Oh, that's
Ah.
fair. That's a hard argument.
If Nautilus makes an appearance, it won't be for like another 6.
I
or
don't
7
mean in the
levels.
near future, but
My man is somehow scarier than Astro.
well,
He's
it's free
Free
15 minutes.
My favorite thing is how he literally has like, I think he has 4 different recharge moves.
Christ.
One of them recharges on an 8.
Which, as we know, is a death sentence with Jig.
Reload,
You'll
reload.
recharge all of them every single fucking round.
Ah.
I mean,
The first
what like
4
what
rounds, he
specifically
did
are you
literally
asking?
every special move.
I'm just more interested in like what kind of terrain you're looking for, what kind of shit in the world you want. You want a lot of boats? I can do boat stuff. You want airships? There's gonna be airships. I like
Didn't you
airships.
say you hated boats?
Yo.
Well, airships are like boats, but they're in the air, so it's cool.
Airships,
Weren't you saying that
airships
boats
are
are-
cooler.
Are you saying the boats are terrible because there's nothing to do for encounters on boats?
Yeah, but in the air, there's infinite possibilities.
You know what?
Unlike the water.
Sure.
Just think about it this way. Think about it this way. Imagine this: you're in an airship, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going along. All of a sudden, you're attacked by a roving pack of air sharks. Oh no! You can never do that on a boat.
I would argue that a boat could encounter any airship encounter, but also underwater encounters, like krakens and stuff.
Yeah, but it's also imagine that you're. Oh no! I fell off the boat into the water. Lame.
You're safe.
Oh no! I fell off the airship
What is
down into the pit
What is
of
Kyron's
eternal
favorite
Kyron, what is
language?
this?
What is that?
Yeah, so for me, it's like I'm less interested in actually going through all the details of building the world right now. I'm more of just like I want there to be stuff that we all actually know about and have a little bit more of the world like available as we build our characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because that makes it a lot easier to kind of integrate yourself with the story and all that. So
Kyron wants like specific like nations and shit, correct?
yeah,
I'm
Correct.
taking this from ground up though. We're starting with the goddamn core of the planet.
yeah, that's
I'm thinking
Mercury.
solid iron, not solid, liquid iron, nickel, magnetic field.
Got it.
Perfect.
Core of the
Well-
planet's made out of liquid ham.
Yes.
Ooh.
like if you want to start at the base, then you got to kind of decide like I don't know, is it more like combat based, more narrative focused? Like what is it?
Let's try to get a mix, you know, like Mixmaster P.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I think we
Rappa the
definitely
Rappa.
want nerd.
I can only think of the Matrix right now.
What?
Why?
Got it. So Ham wants Morpheus as a reoccurring.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, I
started
went,
thinking of
I went
Keanu
halfway through
Reeves.
the campaign for all to us wake up in the pods.
So anyway, I was
I'd
thinking,
like
so
that to happen.
I actually have a pretty interesting idea. So
Sure.
I've got an idea where maybe the campaign starts. You following this wizard who walks through a portal. All right, you
Mhm.
with me so far?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you go through the portal and you don't remember anything.
I don't like this idea.
Up in a crater.
Yes. Oh, Thea, wait. How'd you know? Oh, did the war owl tell you?
Question: Are you eventually going to find a spider head or a head with legs or whatever the dumb thing was?
No, the
That's a
head
good
with
idea.
legs.
That's a good idea, Peyton.
I don't know. That might be scary. You'd have to do at least a D10 of fucking damage.
Yeah.
Are you going to have an encounter where I will BM you for the rest of eternity? Because 60 goddamn feet!
Oh, this is making me think of some really good boat encounters. Actually, we should go back to that idea.
Yeah.
There's
So
a part
first
of
of
me
all,
that
deep
really wants
ocean
to
has to
take
be
a
30
world
feet,
from
right?
NaNoWriMo and use that shit.
Do it.
But that'd be odd, I
We
think.
could do. We could pull a page out of Mitchell's book and have each of us come up with like a small part of the world.
Ah, see, but then we wouldn't be running for like a month.
That's generous.
What is this?
yeah, that's pretty generous, actually.
What is this? It's the world. Look at that.
Can I hear? Who made this?
This
Where's
is
the
pretty
liquid
good.
ham
Why does this
core?
seem like a bootleg North and South America? It's like flipped.
Yeah, we got Florida on the other side now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my god. The Gulf of Texaco right here.
The Gulf of Texaco.
It's so bootleg.
Why is the world so small? What's all the empty space around it?
Space.
I have news for you about the real world.
Well, we're not playing in space though. Like there's no point. Who makes a map like this, Kyron? It's a
It's
flat
the
sheet
one
of
place
paper.
that's
It's a flat
untouched
sheet
by
of paper. It's just
capitalism.
got the world on it. You can only see half of it.
Yeah, well, you see, you actually have to print out like 6 of these and fold them.
Get the Orblands out of here.
Okay.
Also, if you want to do like a true map, like if
What
you
the
ever-
fuck?
There we go. Much better.
That's space.
Oh god,
Much better. See, now we're getting
space is
somewhere.
encroaching on the world.
Now it looks
Fuck.
like the Earth is surrounded by barbed wire.
What
It
if we just
does.
live in the orb, man?
See how the real world is. It's flat, but at the very edge there's barbed wire.
Damn.
Oh,
so that's
based-
why no one's about to fall
Based on
off.
what Theo is adding, you guys are interested in volcanoes being in the world.
Well, I'm not adding anything. I haven't contributed.
Somebody's just drawing red. They're
So
framing
someone's drawing
Theo.
volcano. Look, they're interested. Look at that. They want the volcanoes. Oh, but in all seriousness, what kind of like? Because I noticed that a lot of my world is like, yep, it's the fucking woods.
It's woods. It's plains.
Hey, one time I had you guys in that cool rocky area, and then I forgot it existed and never went back there.
Yeah.
How
There was
about
the cool crystal place that I was like, I'm gonna get them over there for some plot reason. But then I kept thinking like, man, but then I'd have to custom stat block a mutant hybrid monster. I'm like, oh, well, they'll go there a few sessions from now. I just don't want to do that right now.
how
Okay,
about
we got the stinky shit land over here.
how about a desert? Big
got,
sinkholes in
Hayden's
it.
mental state down there.
Not good enough, eh?
Listen, that was
Oh, never mind, it got run over.
yeah. There you go.
Just like the real thing.
A boy can dream.
I have just. Oh god.
What
No, I
if-
don't want my mental state run over. I want to be run over. The mental state has nothing to do with this.
What if there's Dr.
Leave the
Eggman
mental state
with
alone.
a sword that sounds like the wind,
What if there's Dr. Schmigma?
and he just runs around aiming it
Alright,
at
what were you asking,
players,
Jake?
and we all hide?
What kind? Like, do you guys want like? Is there any terrain that you guys are like, God, that terrain sucks? Is what I'm asking, pretty much.
Yeah, forest.
I want mountains. Cold
Mountains
mountains.
are sick.
Mountains are sick.
Deserts, sick.
No. I'm
I
scared
like
of
deserts.
deserts.
Wait, well,
Swamps,
See,
swamp
hit or miss.
only sick if the people go through the swamp and they like wade through the water. You know, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that
And
is
then we
sick
get
actually.
eaten by monsters from in the water.
Volcanic gun areas.
Gun areas?
Dude, the swamp does sound actually super sick.
Yeah, it's filled
Mm.
with disease.
And I have to have
You
at
know-
least one swamp because otherwise, if Ham like starts booming and needs to go back to his roots, he needs to have somewhere to come from.
Shane,
Yeah, dude.
Backup plan?
Nah, Jake, I'll just keep coming from the desert.
Remember when Talvan quote went home, or not Talvan? One of Ham's second character went back to
Tarhan.
like Tarhan to like
He started walking home.
recuperate, and he literally turned a corner and was like, "I'm feeling better," and he about faced and came back.
Based.
All right, hot take. I think caves boring.
Well, okay. Here's the great thing about caves. Generally, they don't take up an entire like area on the surface.
Yeah. K is typically not a very
But you know
surface
those,
level
um,
operation.
But you know what is the subtype of caves that is sick is those like you know in the jungle in South America there are these like big sinkholes basically, big circles in the jungle floor that
get to
open into
build
cave
it
complexes. You have to like rappel down into them.
Yeah.
Those are sick.
Or I could just put like regular caves. What's wrong with caves?
He doesn't like the Zubats encounters.
Zubat's a dope encounter, first of all.
I'm gonna defend caves like you guys defended boat encounters. I feel like there's so many cool things you can do in caves, like putting enemies on the ceiling.
You're super right.
Yeah,
on this
like that
Wait,
one time
caves
we
are
went to
so
a cave.
sick. They have ropers.
All right.
Roper, hardly even know her. Ropers are great because you can summon them and Nor will run 200 feet away and go, "It's gonna get me!" Nor, you're invisible, bro. It can't see you.
Nor will it the rest of his fucking team again. It's all he ever
Also,
does.
it literally can't reach you even if it could see you. You're like a mile away.
We're
You
dying,
kind
Nor,
of turn into
please.
a fucking ant to run away, and it's just like, okay, murder. That was a good combat. That was a good time. Damn, this is a detailed map. I'm liking it. I'm not gonna keep it for the actual world. 'Cause it's
We can
way
just
too,
keep this.
No,
Are these pyramids?
Yes,
I think those are D4s.
I would love some pyramids, actually.
Well, what?
But
Oh, we're
Don't.
fucking running
What's
back
so
on
special about
Egypt
pyramids?
Road.
I see someone putting the orb lands down. Get that shit out of here.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a big desert
You know
kick.
what I
I'm all
hate?
about
Fucking
pyramids and
orb lands.
genies.
That's what I don't want to see.
Yeah, what is this shit, Lumpy? What's with the pyramids and genies all of a sudden?
I don't know.
It's because no, it's
Next
not.
Lumpy's
'Cause-
gonna
no,
be like,
I don't know.
"Yo,
It's the
yo."
new warlock. It's the fucking warlock subclass. Don't let them deceive
now
you.
we're talking.
Oh, I like those. I like that.
The block swing.
The cube lands. Let's get the cube lands. Orb lands fucking broke. Cube lands woke. Christ.
Chad Cube, Virgin Square.
So, alright, so what I'm hearing is all y'all are like haters on at least one kind of terrain. We all like, but what I'm hearing is that it's pretty much unanimously agreed on that mountains are cool.
Yeah,
Mountains are cool. Yeah.
Mountains are cool.
Okay,
I'm
so
a
the
fan of
entire
valleys.
world is a big mountain.
one big mountain that
Nice.
everyone's just fighting on. No cities.
Yeah.
I like that
Kane
actually.
is actually just king of the hill.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Only one can reach the top.
Yeah, yeah.
We all reach
Free
the
for
top,
all.
and then we have to fight it out. Only one may stand.
And then there's a bunch of different other
Which class
lands
is
at the
best
bottom.
at killing other PCs?
I like cliffs.
5e.
Dancing of cliffs.
There's a swamp. At
Cliffs
one
are
part.
good.
Valleys are fun.
Desert, plain, forest.
Ooh, mountains with mountain valleys.
Ooh,
Mountains
you know,
with-
I'm fine with one big mountain as long as there's some valleys in there.
What if there's one big mountain, but also there's like cliffs in the mountain?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Making Waluigi
onwards and
simple.
upwards, the campaign.
You know how I feel about him.
Okay, so we've settled that.
Are we trying to do Texas?
Why is the Square Lands shooting a laser beam?
That has nothing to do with me.
I tried making a circle inside of it, but then I said, actually, never mind, and then I had to
We got the
put it
sun.
down.
Does the sun exist in this world? What kind
there-
of
are there-
nations are y'all interested in? More importantly,
I mean,
I feel like you just asked a very interesting question and then skipped it.
does the sun exist, Mitchell? I'm not making a world without the sun.
Why not?
I get to build it again.
I've heard of like
son, what if
or-
it's just
yeah.
a big
What if
dragon
there's-
in the sky
What if
continuously
like summer
breathing
is like
fire?
when all 3 suns come out?
Ah, Jesus Christ, here we go.
What if there's 6 moons?
No, that's already been done.
So what if
Oh.
the sun
only 6. Come
was
on.
like just incredibly fast?
Yeah.
Like
say it was-
the days were just seconds. You
Why?
know,
What if
like
there's
the
no
days are
time
like
zones?
4 seconds long.
Chase, hold on.
And it's like a strobe light.
Just to be sure, you're aware that the sun isn't the one moving, right?
It could be.
Wait, what if we just eliminate time zones?
What if we switch it as one big?
There's no need for time
Did
zones
Ham
when the
just
sun's
say-
that fast.
Wait, what if so you know the plot of Mario Party 6?
No.
No.
Well, there's the sun person and the moon person, and they're mad at each other. And so they're like fighting for who can get more time. What if that was just the world?
What if we blew up the moon?
Good thought, Sam.
I like it. What if we
What
switch
if the tides
the
were
planets and the sun, where it's one big planet and 9 small suns, or 8, I suppose?
I imagine it's going to be sunny a lot of the time.
Eight and one little sun.
Yeah. He's still learning the ropes.
Alright, well, how about this? We can dwell on cosmic entities later. What about what are you guys looking for like nations? You want like a big, maybe evil empire of bad dudes?
No.
Good.
Uh,
That's boring.
yeah, I actually prefer like the larger semi good just happens to fuck up a lot of the time empire.
I don't like bureaucracy.
The good old unintended consequences empire. Big fan of that one.
I want a theocracy.
How about
Bureaucracies
city
are good.
states?
Yeah, I want to go chase down
like a
Didn't
place
stay
ran by
pretty good
Theo.
last time.
That's true. Now that I think about it,
And that went very well.
I think it did actually.
It did until I blew up half of them,
Yep.
and even
Yeah,
then,
I
it was
mean-
still all right.
Yeah, there was nothing inherently wrong with that setup.
No.
Yeah, is already thinking like one huge big bad, like world-threatening type big bad,
That's true. I could just like
or incidental big bads. I'm a fan of that actually.
You trying to
I'm
make
not-
that one fucking
The whole-
bad movie that came out the other year?
Mortal Engines, Cities on
with the
Wheels.
cities attacking
Yeah.
each other.
wasn't
Yeah, that
London,
one.
Like,
They have
April
Where
done
or
London ate
something?
all the
Yeah,
other
much
cities because it was
better.
very strong.
Oh, they have done the moving cities concept quite well.
You know, now would be a good time to mention that there actually was going to be a plot point where the entire city of Razo did get up and start walking towards Krita. That was like going to be something that happened.
Mm.
That was going to be a climactic battle at like level 15.
You know, I feel like Krita lost.
You know, I feel like level 15 is not the
Who
point
would
where
win
you're
in a
fighting
fight?
moving cities.
Who would win in a fight, Razo
I
or
feel like that's a
Aatrox?
bit early.
Hold on,
Yeah.
you guys weren't going to fight the city itself. Trust me, the moving city stat block I have is way too tough. He can hit in like a mile AoE.
How about this? Instead of the sun being hot, warming the earth up, how about the earth is hot and the sun cools it down?
Weren't we not going to do cosmic entities yet?
Yeah,
Is
Lumpy
that what he
doesn't like
said?
listening.
True. My
This is why
bad.
when Lumpy speaks, I don't listen to him. It's fair.
What if we were tasked to go fight this king
Listen, I can't make
for this
plans.
good people, for these good people, and then we were actually evil?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Why,
What if
why are you
there's-
guys discussing plot all of a sudden? What is this?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Where'd the plot come from?
So
I mean,
what if-
actually, that's a
Left
question. Do you
field.
guys, would you guys like me to like sort of start you with like a idea of what the big bad is, what you're gonna be working towards for fighting, and just go for one big build up to a final ultimate battle of destiny?
I like this.
I don't like that.
How do we feel about
Yo, shut up.
Respectfully,
this one likes to dig?
That was
So,
a
are we
serious
talking-
question, and I got
Good
two
enough,
answers.
I didn't hear the
I was
question 'cause
thinking,
wasn't
alright?
here.
And then I got distracted by the moving city question.
What
I'd
was the
say-
question?
Would you
And then I
rather,
remembered
would
how
you
you
guys like
kept
me to
fucking
pay?
DMing me in my one session.
Wait, I seriously am gonna have to fucking mute you guys at some point if I ever want to talk. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Jake.
No, so I was asking, would you rather me sort of, when you guys start out, have like a big bad that you know about and like are working towards to beat like throughout the whole campaign, and it's like a big ultimate final climactic battle that like once you finally get there? Or would you rather sort of along the way you find more bad guys, find stuff to do, yada yada yada?
I mean,
I
I'm
think-
kind of okay with both, but I think I'm leaning more towards the first, just because I haven't seen that done in quite a long time.
Yeah, and
I
it's like
like knowing the enemy that I have to kill, and then slowly hating them more and more until it comes time to fucking end them.
Yeah,
The
and
classic.
from my point of view, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, you know, one dude in a room somewhere that you gotta beat the shit out of. I like having a more long term coherent story that we're working towards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
of course, you
need
got to beat his
something-
18 sub generals first. God, come on.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
just
good
need
order.
something
Mini
to work
bosses.
with, so I know like how I want to make my character and how it operates in the world.
That's true.
I get
Mhm.
to build
Like,
it
I don't-
again?
Also, actually,
I don't really
that
like
makes
the-
a lot better.
The big huge fight at the end, like or at
I
least like that's just all we're
serve
working towards the whole
pleasure.
time. I don't really like that much, but no matter what, I just need
Well, I mean, that's
some
not that's
direction for
just
the world.
just because it's there and is going to be like it would be like the climactic final battle doesn't necessarily mean it's the only thing you're working towards.
Yeah.
I'm capable of giving side quests.
I don't really
Yeah.
care about the final battle. I just like
You
having
could-
an enemy to work towards.
Go fight
Uh,
Yorick, then
something
the
that-
Witcher,
Like,
and then somebody, and then somebody, and then Diablo.
Like a long-term goal
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we all share. Maybe not as like centrally to our characters, but like
What
Yeah,
if we could
like,
become a
yeah,
god?
I mean, I'm sure that's what Jake would have in mind, that there's a big bad, but I'm sure we'd find other reasons to have problems and little side arcs and what have
Well,
you.
yeah, you can't have the entire fucking story be like, all right, you guys are going to go find the big bad now, because then you run into some issues. Namely, the players don't always want to look for the big bad constantly.
That's fine. They'll find them wherever they go.
Yeah. All right,
I'll
boys,
steal I'll
the
steal
big
the
bad
pot
is
from
here.
this random villager's house. You open it, and the big bad space is in the soil.
You
you're
open it,
trying
and
to
the
avoid
big
me.
bad is there sipping on tea.
It's a very small version of him looking
big-
at you.
The big bad guy should not be able to build a Maxis, Theo.
Yeah, Theo.
No,
What, you wanna
that's
fight
what he said
fucking
at all.
Mecha Hitler?
He said is
What
that
if-
the problem that we have to solve is that we can't build mechs.
well, I guess so. Like it's kind of a. It does raise the question though of do we want the big bad to be like a big powerful entity to beat up, or whether it's like a less literal big bad.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was saying too. Is like, yeah, it doesn't have to just be, you know, a guy in a room who's it's his fault for everything that happened. Like, but yeah, some kind of big long-term goal could be more complicated.
I'm up for that.
What if there's only one handgun in the world and it was helped by Shadow the Hedgehog?
And
Now we're getting somewhere.
I like this.
Now we're getting.
Finally start talking about some stuff that we actually want, and off the rail. And there goes the train
I
of thought.
note down the things you guys say that actually seem serious.
Okay, well, that's good.
Are you telling me Shadow the Hedgehog's not serious? You noted that, right?
I wrote him down.
Okay.
Good.
This may be more of a personal preference thing, but like non-standard extraplanar things, because I feel like angels and demons and devils are everywhere. But maybe that's just me.
I'm down for that.
So I got this idea that's only mine. It's called Demons.
What do you
If
mean
you
by
open to hell?
non-standard extraplanar things?
Like extraplanar things that have existed before, but never like took the limelight. And I'm not gonna say genies.
but you are thinking about it.
Really?
Like okay, but like Archfey, for example, are like people are like, yeah, okay, Fae exists, but they rarely like take the limelight as like a major plot point or like a
I
major.
fucking wish that were more true.
Yeah, no,
Really?
they've never taken.
Yes, I have had to deal a lot with Faye.
Oh no, like compare
Never.
compare like how people view like the Archfey to how people view like the Archdevil, Asmodeus.
That's-
Like
No, that's definitely fair, and that they definitely get less attention. I've just specifically had to deal with a lot of bullshit on that front.
What if goblins took over the world?
Same. Goblins take over the world of piss. Then I'm having a very different character concept. I'm gonna have BFG division playing the entire campaign.
And orcs
That's
were the
good.
slaves to the goblins.
I'm gonna have BFG on loop.
Big Friendly Giant by Roald Dahl.
Oh no. There ain't gonna be nothing friendly about what I'm doing.
Is the Michelin Man actually gonna show up in this world?
Or like
Probably
the
not.
Probably not.
you know the Pure Order D&D,
The mech.
the like
Like mech combat?
Hedrons, or like the like
Yes. The ones
The
that the Clockwork
The
Soul is
non-cool
based off?
inevitables? Yes.
yeah, the inevitables, like you have broken a law, I have hunted you down across dimensions, you die now.
That's kind of their entire shtick. They show up, murder the thing that broke whatever broke, and then go back. They're more
There
like
was a rule.
interplanar assassins, if you want to think of them that way.
Made of clocks.
A room where you walk into
Or
and
maybe
there's a bunch of
something
portals,
something
and one of
like
them takes you to
Eldritch
Jack the
Abominations
Ripper.
type things. Or like genies. Like there are options. But I feel like they don't take the
Lumpy.
limelight as
Genies
often.
are not Eldritch Abominations.
Why?
Lumpy.
Oh,
I need
no,
you,
I
I
was
need your
continuing.
arguments to not say genie, because then you gain like yeah, I think he's got a point, and then you just say genie and you throw me.
Sphinx
He-
is-
He gains a shred of credibility and he goes, so genies.
And then I feel
It's
I
on
feel
the
like-
list, okay?
I feel like our tickets to
Genies has already been
Massachusetts-
written down. You don't need to say it 5 more times.
Wait,
Well, it
where's
has to
the
be written
dot?
down 5 more times to show how important it is to
I'm
him.
just assuming it was. That was like the first thing Lumpy said.
It was earlier, yeah. I won't say the word again. Also, I think I've
Hey,
made
what's
my
that
point clear.
secondary like, main
Related
character from
entities.
Aladdin?
No, I think I've made my point clear. I'm gonna.
Jin. Jakey,
Hello.
I finished my picture. Is it pretty?
No.
Yeah.
I want a world with more like lamp-bound entities. You know, good stuff. I
Grant
like that.
wishes. But only 3 of them. And they got some rules, right?
So we're doing unusual planar stuff. So
And
they
then
should
maybe
grant, like,
maybe
4.
maybe a musical number here or there.
Ooh,
I'm down for a nice music.
unusual player stuff. The wish granting motherfuckers, but they're the fucking mean ones. The absolute bastard ones.
All of them.
So what if the
Not
main
all.
bad guy was just Jake?
I'd
Like
win.
he was just in the world.
Yeah, I think he would just win.
No, but like it's not DM Jake. It's just Jake.
I'd still win. I'm so much smarter than all of you combined.
What if?
I'd be
Hey,
a great
you
villain.
think that you can outsmart the Eldritch God Abomination Mitchell? Are you kidding me?
Of course I could.
Well, Mitchell's not playing himself.
Oh, that's fair.
Exactly.
He's got a
Forgot
fighting
about that.
chance.
No, you made a strong argument. I rescind previous complaint.
Besides, you could just distract him by like asking whether pebbles or stones.
That's true.
Fuck.
Besides,
was
the,
the- What was the backstory behind that?
big bad enemy Jake is he's a level 20 cleric of the DM.
BBEJ.
He uses divine intervention, and it's just me deciding how I want to fuck shit up.
He uses divine intervention to kick everyone out of the campaign.
What if one of the big
He knows the 9th level spell Fourth Wall Break. That'd be some shit.
Spell, I know what I'm getting for my first 9th level spell.
What if one of the big technological advancements of the world was just television?
No.
No. But then we could have fights on TV and news reports of giant monsters destroying things.
I do think mixing technology and magic
Extra,
could be
read all
interesting.
about it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
but if I'm mixing some technology, the first thing I'm going for is not TV.
yeah, no.
Is it guns?
I'm not saying you should. I'm saying that
No, I'm making
Uh,
weapons exist in this world.
So
What
I've got
is
a
this?
proposition for you, Han.
Yeah.
There are other game systems that
What
aren't
exists in this world?
D&D.
Sorry?
Guns.
That,
Guns?
you know, they just take place in the modern era. If you want to sit down and watch TV,
yeah, no.
you can watch football with your beer if you want.
No, I wasn't thinking of that.
You are now though.
I am now.
Oh, red-handed, baby.
I
There's a
can
lot
go,
of systems we
I
can do
can
that
go
with.
grab a chair, sit down.
Call
I
of
mean,
Look
Duty.
at
I
TV,
guess tech
grab a
level is
beer.
interesting because like Eberron is pretty high tech, just with like magic tech analogs, right?
Well, I assume we're not.
Like they have
playing in any of
trains
those
and
places.
stuff.
Yeah. It's effectively magic.
It's not electric. There's just an air elemental stuffed into it.
Get back on my
It's
Or
still
that's-
lightning well, really is more lightning elemental if you're thinking that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Lumpy idiot.
Oh my god. This is why I'm a 10. You guys are 12s.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of TV because
Although most people still wander around with swords and
the
axes.
Godzilla movies where they have helicopters flying around looking at Godzilla while they're on TV.
What are those little thingies?
Hmm?
Oh, while I'm
Those are-
listening to you guys discuss, I'm realizing that I should probably get some ideas or some maps generated to see which ones y'all like.
What is that?
Why?
Those look like gummy bears.
That's popcorn.
Oh,
Probably. I don't know. I didn't draw it.
Down your roads.
Maybe crystals are like really common and really prominent aesthetically. Eh? You like crystals?
Do we have to fight Facebook moms for them?
You bet. They hoard them.
I don't know if we can win.
Speak in the tongue of dragons. Never talk to me or my son again.
So what else are we discussing?
Everything. From the bottom up.
Okay. What
Chase was the only one that actually gave helpful
I just don't know.
the city stuff.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
we
down
got
for
to see.
whatever.
Which is good. And Chase, just so you know, it's not a place run by Theo. It will be.
No, it is.
Nope,
Oh, okay.
it isn't.
Well, maybe I'll learn what it is as we play.
Well, I mean, I don't
Poor-
know what like church it's like dominated by really.
Well, yeah, we
Poor,
don't have
um,
religions yet.
documentation.
Oh, that's gonna be something we're gonna talk about, by the way. So I'm horrible at making gods.
Yeah, those last ones
Bureaucracies.
sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
Bureaucracies suck.
Zelbazite, because I said nobody fucking knows.
Still was alright because it wasn't a god. Basically, it was just a thing.
It's just something so unknown.
Bingo,
It's like,
bingo.
oh, this could be anything. Oh, okay, I'll pick that because it could be anything instead of these limited options.
God of death.
How about we each make a god?
I saw that with faces.
Yeah.
It worked out great. We had some very bizarre gods.
The gods were definitely not the biggest problem of that world.
No.
Like, if you guys want to make gods, go for it. You can make them and send me them, and I can say no if I don't like them.
Electabuzz.
No.
Yeah.
I
please
Don't waste,
only
don't waste your breath,
worshiper.
Mr. Jake. I'll take care of it. No.
You can send me all sorts if you want to. You can send me meme gods,
And
but
back.
I mean, I muted Payton on Discord already. I'm not afraid to mute more of you.
Should I come back too?
No, like I muted you in my DMs, like.
Yeah.
So if you're DMing me god ideas, I just won't. Then they're like fake, like gun rotom.
No.
Nice meme. How about
Fuck that guy.
Shut up. Lumpy, you didn't tell me anything about him. He just sent me a name.
Well, it'll come in bits when I
I mean,
think of it.
gods are like way up. Can we get back down to the ground?
I'm just letting you know for the future. Like you can do if you have an idea, you can send me one.
Do we have an idea of a big bad? So
Lumpy, stop typing. When you got a full idea, just send it.
Well, that's what I'm typing now. I'm not gonna drip feed you snippets.
Christ. Let's just preemptively mute this again.
So what if instead of D&D we just played Spore, the video game?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in this. Bro, why does this map generator only generate shitty maps?
What are you using?
I'm using the good one.
I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe you're a shitty DM.
What if Davy Jones was in the world?
Okay, let's give him one of these. There we go. Now he's got a nice red mute sign next to him. Well, let him
Damn it.
think about what he's done.
Ham can't say Davy Jones, but I can say we should just play Spore.
Well, the difference is that's like your second thing. Ham has only been saying the entire fucking time. Bro, these worlds suck. Like, what is this? Why does that guy have a chicken drumstick?
Okay, so we like mountains.
We like mountains. Well, there's gonna be mountains in the world, of course.
Is there? I mean, you can't just have all mountains, though. Well, you
Well,
could.
of course
but
not.
like,
I'm
not
trying to have
really.
a diverse landscape.
Is there something we really don't want?
That's what I was trying to ask, but I mean, no one seemed really to have like a holy shit, I hate that kind of land.
Yeah, I mean, I have like PTSD from deserts, but they're kind of cool, actually.
Why do you have PT? Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't really have anything that I'm terribly against.
And I'll probably make like a custom area as well, because I like to have at least one of those, but I don't know what it is yet because I didn't think that far ahead. Because instead of doing world building today, like I was gonna plan on having some ready for the session, but instead I sat on my couch and started reading and was really tired. I didn't fall asleep, but I was very tired, and the book was good.
What was
All right,
the
I'm
book?
back again. What are we
Philosophy
talking about at this point?
Darkness. All right, Ham's been in timeout for long enough. We can unleash him for a bit.
Why is Ham in timeout?
Because he doesn't shut up.
Hmm.
He said we should have Davy Jones.
Straw that broke the camel's back, you know.
Okay.
What?
So what part are we supposed to be trying to talk about right now? Trying to discuss.
Well, we went back to sort of fucking, you know.
Huh?
What? You heard me.
Expand, please.
Terrain, like
Terrain.
we all decided we like mountains, but
Yeah,
then
mountains are
we were
good.
trying to figure out if there was any places that like nobody really wanted.
I can't think of anywhere I really don't want, but I would like some jungles somewhere.
Great, we'll put jungle in.
yeah, like some real jungle, not like a forest, but like
Yeah, like,
rainforest
you know.
levels jungle, not
like
Like a
machete and
Minecraft jungle.
vines.
Yeah,
Yeah, cacao beans.
cacao beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most
Cacao
prominent
beans all the
feature
way
of jungle.
down. Yeah, every jungle,
Can it be
every
like the
good jungle's
jungles-
got a lot of cacao beans.
You feel like the jungles of Vietnam, so you just have a random chance of stepping onto a landmine.
Do I need to mute Hayden too, or what? It's just we got nothing here.
This is what comes from from just unguided world building. You
Yeah,
get
this is
all
why
of
you
the
just
ideas.
do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to make another shitty one though, so I wanted to get at least some ideas of what the
Oh
hell you
boy, we'll hook you up an even worse one.
I don't.
Well, this is why I'm not letting you actually influence the world. So I'm just getting what the
Yeah.
hell you guys want.
I don't think I
Smarter
really have
man
any
than
places I like hate in terms of like land masses.
Great. So land masses. What I'm hearing is, oops, all mountains. That's a lot. Oops, all mountains, and there's one jungle.
Hey, do the mountains have valleys?
Oh, of course not. They
I'm
actually,
out.
There's one. They have one. They have the hidden valley.
Ooh, you son of a bitch! I'm in.
Oh, we need like
it's
a
very agricultural there.
Yeah.
mushroom land.
Okay, what? Now we want a mushroom land. I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I'm
'Cause
serious.
Mushrooms are kind of sick. Oh, and I can use mushroom land there. Yeah, I'll put a mushroom land in. Why not?
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Whether or not it's above or underground, I'm not sure.
It could be either. I don't really.
Let's just write down mushroom land in all caps. I'll know what that means.
The massive like salt flats are pretty cool.
Above and below
True.
Yeah, I know, Theo. I'm just trying to. I don't know where it would be yet.
I'm a big fan of salt flats.
So, oh, like yeah, in Star Wars 8.
Sad. Sag.
I need to watch out for anything Theo says because it could turn into Mad Max if I'm not careful.
Also, wait, Mad Max isn't like salt flats. Mad Max is just normal desert, right?
A shrubland.
Hey,
Yeah, but-
Theo,
Alright.
And in the
I've-
video game, there are.
I have an important question that isn't world building related at all, so I'll put myself in timeout after this one. But so you see all these mountains, and there's this one.
Yeah.
You're not? Are you Leo?
Oh,
Yeah.
So Leo, so you got all these volcanoes that are like small. Are these?
Yeah.
Is this like representative of like the little ones are like regular people assholes, and like this one is yours, or what?
I hate it here.
Alright, you gotta
You
put yourself
didn't
in
answer the
timeout, and You
question.
said you would.
I hate it here.
His reaction means it's yes.
It's okay. You're just, you're welcoming to guess.
Open for business. How'd the stinky shitland survive the purging of
Let's
the
go.
That's not mine. That's not mine.
The stinky shitland, the barbed wire, and the unhappy fates.
The stinky shitlands are mine. You leave those be.
I can't do any. Wait, I drew the barbed wire. It won't let me erase it. Oh, there it is. Can't get rid of the other stuff.
Now, hold on, let me upgrade this world.
That looks like the square line's just crying blood as it moves up and to the right.
Well, he was shooting lasers into the planet. but
Yeah.
He's got just.
There we go.
He's got. Just look like.
I call this world the fucking toilet. It's a good place.
Fuck.
Alright, let's go to tech.
Okay.
Sure.
What kind of technological level do you all want this world to be on? Because I said there's guns in this world, but I am perfectly willing to take them away. Y'all don't want them.
Caveman.
Cavemen died. There's not even language.
Cavemen have language. Very primitive and not very effective, but it is there.
This campaign, you can only go. Oh.
Me grog.
Ah, so charisma is the dump stat.
Are you kidding me? You could be the man that invents language with a high enough charisma.
How high?
Like you would need intelligence for that.
Nope.
No. Let's see.
I think being able
Are we
to smith
talking,
your
like-
own weapons would be pretty cool.
You don't need to have high tech to do that. You just need to have proficiency in
Just need
blacksmith
smith
tools.
tools.
Now you could theoretically, draw a distinction between Bronze Age and medieval, I guess. But
I think like
I don't
late
know.
medieval is fun.
I'm thinking like Greek times. Hoplites and stuff.
Jack the Ripper, England.
Jack the Ripper.
No.
Like bronze instead of iron.
I feel like hoplite shit is the absolute dumbest when you have guns.
Well, I assume we wouldn't have guns if we were doing that.
Well, yeah, but I want guns, so fuck you.
Well, maybe it's like in Civ, when your tech tree is like you
Oh.
spike down like the gunpowder, but you still have like
Pottery.
yeah, and like triremes and stuff. Triremes with like cannons. Don't know how to sail. The deep water. Scary.
So I got like 2.5 answers on this. We got light medieval plus guns.
Late medieval.
Late medieval. Okay, I think it's light.
No, light. I don't know what the fuck light medieval means.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's why I was.
Touch of medieval.
I was just like, hopefully he explains that, and hopefully it loses the vote.
I've got for late medieval. It's like a little. If you want to add a little technology.
So like proto-Renaissance type thing.
Yeah.
Like people are just figuring shit out, but
Fuck the Renaissance. If in this in any of my campaign, we go straight from medieval to steampunk. There is no in between.
Steampunk.
So like
Well,
radios.
steampunk is the Renaissance.
All right,
The
so
Renaissance is replaced by steampunk.
marble is banned. It's granite and then concrete. There are
Just because
no.
I'm saying steampunk doesn't mean I'm like, oh, look at all the depressing, billowing smoke towers. Look at how gray the world is. No, it could be like, welcome to Bubblegum Land. Here, have this revolver.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put in another vote for Bronze Age.
In like buggy weapons.
Here's one that might be a terrible idea. Really, really easy access to like pigments. So like everything is brightly colored, and people are expected to like personalize all their gear, and that should be easy.
But it's all highly toxic.
We just all have lead poisoning.
everywhere.
Light
Yeah.
of paint.
Life
got
expectancy is
uranium.
like 40. You start losing your hair at 25, or in Payton's case, 10.
Fuck. That's some fucking BMA. That's a pipe bomb for you too.
Yeah, what level tech you looking for, bud?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not opening my mouth for this. Nothing I propose is even gonna.
Make it off the table.
Well, I
learning.
only said the color thing because oftentimes Middle Ages means like everything's gray.
That is a
Green,
full representation of the Middle
Brown,
Ages.
brown, green, gray.
What's
There isn't
crazy
a
is that we
lot
live in
of-
a world with magic, which means you can kind of just customize
Literally,
shit
like
with magic.
precipitation is
That's
like,
true, that's
Change
true.
the color of something.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a cantrip that allows anyone to do that at
How
any
about
time.
this? Everyone gets a cantrip.
Be a higher.
That. Yeah.
Boo this man. Boo this man.
I just don't see the point.
Everyone
Well,
boo.
because it
Everyone
would
gets a
add.
cantrip. Everyone's a high elf now.
All right, boys. Eldritch Blast. I'm coming in.
Because like if your DM's just not the biggest asshole ever, like while you're creating your character, you can just be like, "Hey, my stuff looks like this," because it doesn't affect the gameplay. So it's
Yeah.
Well, it would affect how like NPCs would live. Because there would be like farmers who can like mend things.
Oh, I thought you were still only talking about like pigments.
So are we doing a deep dive into regular farming NPC life?
Apparently, this
No.
this campaign has a realistic time cycle where the NPCs have life.
Oh, but you'd go into a market and all the vendors would be like spritzing up their stalls with minor illusions, and they'd be. It's just
Yo, we have a lot of world building to get through.
okay. Fine, fair enough, fair enough.
I feel like that would just be a fucking nightmare because the fraud's gonna be
Look, guys, hear me out.
everywhere.
Hear me out.
Sure.
The reason everyone gets a cantrip is because a genie.
Also, it's not like it would even be that hard for people to get cantrips, like in a normal world.
Well, it's kind of hard to like join a wizard's college. They don't
To,
just
like,
let
read a
everyone in.
book? Yeah.
To join a wizard's college, you just need a fee.
Okay, so
Get
to get to
level
level 4, I'm a level 4 farmer. I'm gonna.
I don't
You
think
just have to
commoners
be,
get eats at level 4.
Fuck, what is that thing?
Is there even a commoner class progression?
Not anymore.
Rest in
They
peace,
fucking killed
NPC
it.
classes.
Thank goodness, because Theo would definitely play one immediately.
The
they're
adept
great.
class
Theo?
was kind of sick.
Nothing holding against you. I would definitely play a commoner.
Fucking this campaign? Hell yeah.
I know there is a campaign someone's ran where they just had everyone make commoners and then handed them a pile of random wands with one charge.
That sounds
And that's how the entire
horrible.
party inted with a single fireball.
Yeah, that's almost what happened. Multiple times.
So like,
I guess if you're into that kind of thing.
had like the first version of cars, but it also have guns.
What do you think, Cam?
And we're getting dangerously Nax territory when you say that.
No, I don't want like, I want the like first ever cars.
What,
like
the
Model T Fords. Like you have to
Like a
crank them at
bicycle?
front to like.
Like, yeah,
Also,
you have to crank the front.
If you're asking whether or not,
I mean,
if
like,
they have cars, they're definitely gonna have guns because
Yeah, I
guns came
know.
out like
Do we want to do
500
steampunk?
years first.
Do we want to do steampunk?
Does Jake want to run a steam?
Steampunk's kind of sick, but only if you take the punk out. I just like the steam.
Yeah, we hate
Well, like,
punks.
I really don't care what the world is. I'll probably play it regardless. I just like throwing
Probably,
memes.
Damn, you got
if,
this.
if it's that shit, I'll leave your
Ham here's the world. Yeah, fuck this, man.
I
God,
mean,
you suck, Jake. See ya.
unless like it's something I really dislike, which I don't think I will.
Ham, what is something you really dislike? Just for curious.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, could you
Like-
give me an example so I can make it? I mean, not make it.
A world with no lizard folk.
True.
I would
A
actually
world
be sad.
with no scale of people.
I would. I would be sad, but I'd
A
play.
world with Ethan.
That's
I
good.
kill
And
him.
no scale people.
Elves only.
And Ethan is immortal.
Even I don't like
so
elves only.
lame.
What about a world where barrel lid frisbee is a renowned sport?
Oh, now
Then
I'm
getting out of
interested.
here. Fuck this. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm not getting into it again.
What a good session that was.
I don't know what
It was
I
a second. I'll
dislike
give you that.
such like
I thought it was fun.
for a
I had a
world
good time.
because every world I've been a part of has already been built.
Lucky you.
Yeah, this is definitely the worst part.
So I just keep throwing meme ideas because
Fuck.
because I know they're probably not gonna happen, so it's fine.
Awful. Who's your favorite player in the campaign? And whoever gets the least votes gets the boot. The
Bye-bye.
catch,
Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
everyone gets 3 votes, but you can only vote for a person once.
Oh shit.
So is it like ranked choice voting or what?
Nah, just you just get a vote for 3 people.
Okay.
That'd be fun. I would
Oh,
be
God.
curious to see who would win and who would lose. It'd be like the Canada bracket all over again, except for D&D and with a much smaller population, and it's a free for all.
Given how I saw it and how I did in that, I think I'd like to not do that, please.
I mean, you fought Theo. That's a
Yeah,
tough
that's
matchup.
And then I fought Theo.
I think
We
I
came
hit
close.
Jake round 1.
You hit me round 2. Leo hit me round 1.
Oh right. Poor Leo.
No, I had a fucking hard bracket, man.
Thank you.
I fought only relevant people. I went Leo, Lumpy, Kyron, Theo, Carl, and then Josh. Tough bracket. Meanwhile, you got Chase out here fighting fucking phonies. So dumb.
So what part are we at?
We're at the part where we get thrown off topic by me this time. Whoops, all berries.
Are we
No,
still
we
on
haven't
tech
decided. We
level?
haven't decided what tech we're doing. We've gotten a bunch of ideas, and then no one, or half the people are like, "Yeah, this." Half people are like,
What would you like to have, DM?
Huh?
What would you like to have?
DMs
I'm
don't
a
have
third-
rights.
"I'm a third rate. I don't get the pick."
Well, I mean, if there's not like a unanimous, oh, our group wants to do X thing, it's like eventually you do just kind of gotta decide what we're doing.
'Cause
Yep,
there's just
Pretty
nothing
much. That's why I'm
do.
trying to see if there's a.
Is there a tech that
Overwhelming.
no?
The higher the tech goes, the more I'm a fan of it. So
Okay, see, there we go. Theo, that's good to know.
I've
I'm the
only
opposite.
played in worlds with
So Chase wants
swords
literally
and
like,
magic. So like,
I said
That is
caveman.
incorrect.
Chase actually just wants.
He wants
he
to
wants-
play
I've
as
been
amoebas.
campaign that has guns. but-
What do you think I was joking?
Why the
And I
fuck
like
do you
them
want
both.
caveman?
Because that's sick.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want caveman. I'm gonna be.
Well, I mean, I know it's not gonna win, but I'm just
It would-
throwing my
it would
hat in
meet
the ring.
nicely in the middle. That's a
But
medieval
like
play.
most of the worlds I've played in
That's some-
have
okay, so we
swords
got-
and magic.
We got hypertech Theo.
I
Technology is gay,
down
Chase.
for either extreme actually. So if you do caveman,
God
I'm
damn
just
it.
not interested in the middle of the road.
As a
Oh my-
third-rate
Let's go,
citizen,
Theo!
I'm going to do a veto. I'm not doing fucking cave.
What's wrong with cave?
I also
don't
would
want
like
to run
to-
You
caveman.
have a total
Can
of
we do
4
the-
items:
Can we do
club,
the-
stone,
that's so
big club,
sick.
big
Can we do
stone.
the era after caveman?
You ever hear
Oh
of
my
Do they
minimalism,
believe-
Jake?
They,
Come on.
do they believe in gods? Did they even know the concept of religion?
We at least have.
How
Yes.
busted is magic in caveman times anyway? It's club versus fireball. The
is
fireball
Ooga
versus
Booga-
club.
Like a really strong ability.
Yeah, man.
Caveman social combat.
His social combat is just combat, Kyron.
What level spell is Unga Bunga?
Pretty low. It's so common to use. But like spell like, oh, me hit. That's 9.
Is Fred
What's
Flintstone?
that?
Is Fred Flintstone in the world? He's a caveman.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Fred
Jake.
Flintstone is a cave boy.
just
Cavemen?
pick a tech. I don't
Veto.
think
What
tech
about
is
Barney
a
Randall?
conversation worth having.
You got rid of cavemen. Sorry to all the cavemen stands out there.
Wait, if we actually did caveman, even though we're not, would we have the cars that they have in Flintstones?
No.
Oh, I don't want it.
Just go down the line. Theo gave me his answer. Kyron is muted. No.
Bronze Age.
Bronze Age, okay. Chase.
Caveman.
Okay. Noted but ignored. Ham.
I like swords and magic, but I also like guns. But I think I like swords and magic more because I played
You
it.
do
Yeah,
know-
both.
Yeah, there is plenty of room for both.
Well, okay then. Both.
Okay, Ham picks sword, gun, magic. Got it. L.
Bronze Age, baby.
Leo.
Bronze Age.
Peyton.
Middle Age.
Safe demon.
Oh, come now.
That's not a fucking answer, bro. Just
nutted.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with Peyton. I like the late age.
So what I'm hearing is we're kind of tied between like Bronze Age and medieval, late medieval.
If I wasn't doing Methstrom, I would go with Bronze Age, but I'm already getting that, so.
I mean, we could say that, like, tech advancement has not been uniform on the world. In some places, it's Bronze Age.
Of course, tech advancement isn't going to be uniform on the world, but I also want to avoid a situation that I landed in the last world where it was like, hey, we're Krita and we suck. Hey, we're Korvan and we're okay because we're making deals with like dark people. And then there's, hey, we're Razo and we're Giga OP. We could
Like-
fucking kill all of you.
This
like-
country has guns. This country
That's
only
why
has
you
clubs.
need a-
This country has
That's the
swords.
reason why they
Nice
haven't just
Civ.
conquered everything already.
Yeah, they were getting there.
Like a nice game of Civ.
Oh no. It's Russia surrounding my country with boats.
Civ, good times.
As I help Jake kill somebody in the ocean, he's actually sending a private army against to capture me after I help him, because my entire army's helping him.
Hey, remember that? Remember your first time playing Civ 6? Right,
Yeah,
I surrounded Ham's capital. Anytime he tried to move people out of the city, I'd just kill them.
and then you'd use me as leverage against other players that I would be
Lumpy wanted
wiped
Ham
out.
to keep playing. And so I would be like, Lumpy, if you don't give me a bunch of money, I'll kill Ham.
Don't you know that taking hostages is illegal?
And then
Great
I-
fun.
That's
I
just
snuck a
against the rules
character
of
away.
war.
I stuck a settler away somehow. I planted it and then you took that from me.
Yeah, I did. I burned it too. That was a good time. So, tech is what I'm hearing. Based on the Theo vote for more tech equals better, that seems like it would be the late medieval, early Steam.
Sure.
Note the lack of punk, just Steam.
Yeah.
We don't like punk.
It's fine.
Okay, well there we go. We actually got a tech for the world, gang.
It only
Or,
took
like,
us an hour.
That's kind of like the highest level of tech. Obviously, it's not just going to be that automatically wherever you go.
This place sucks.
You can be a
I
caveman.
believe you go back to your fucking Ooga Booga caveman times, dumbass.
Yeah.
I actually do not understand what seems so appealing about caveman times.
I don't even know how to explain it. That's just sick.
What?
You just get to be a caveman. There's like nothing to worry about, baby.
Wow. That sounds
Caveman.
I can't wait for the first time we fight anything that's high level in this level 10 campaign, by the way. Where we go, okay, I hit the large dragon with club break, you do no damage. Unfortunate.
Yeah, what are they like have statistics for clubs already that they're like
the thing is, like,
you could use
Our
them.
AC
even
is gonna
in
be terrible.
caveman
No
times,
armor.
you're still ridiculously high tech because you have fucking magic, and magic's broken. Like,
Do we have magic if a language isn't invented like you said it would be?
No, we'd have like
no verbal component spell.
You do realize that you can still
cast
cast
spells.
spells if you don't speak a language, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Magic isn't necessarily tied to common. Like, you pronounced that wrong in common. See ya. It's like, ooh, yeah. You feel
Well, no, I
vibes
assume
of
it'd be
magic.
tied to some type of language, that being the language of magic. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
You pointed out to Magic, and Magic goes, "Oh, that's right, yeah."
Ah, shit,
You're the
what fuck is
litigious
this?
wizard.
But then counterspelling and counterspell is explaining why you pronounced it right, and that their interpretation was wrong. And Magic's like, oh shit, you right, homie, my bad. Let me cancel that last order.
Ignite the fireball.
It's a very litigious reading of how wizards work, but I like it.
Okay, so did we decide?
Yes, we got it.
Great.
We've got late medieval.
Okay, cool. Next.
Great. Late medieval, early Steam. I like just saying the Steam part. Oh god. Right, we going for city-states, kingdoms. What kind of world we looking for? Obviously, I want to have. That's I'm good. Thank you.
I guess some nomadic people could be interesting. Not like everyone, of course.
Theo's just trying to make it Mad Max painted. Don't let him deceive you.
Yeah, he's actually right. Mad Max people have places to go back to.
Actually, you're the one trying to make it
Fuck. He's fucking gaslighting him. You're the one who's watching Mad Max, Leo. You're the problem here.
I'm getting gaslighted. Throw me out the airlock. Throw me out the airlock, please.
Got Cubone statues on the way.
I'm a fan of Kingdoms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to. That's exactly what I was saying, Mitchell. I'm just saying what, like.
So just thinking of like, well, pretty much any of the settings I've made, they all have a good mix. Sure,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some kingdoms, there are some city states, etc., etc.
But I'm trying to see if there's anything like y'all are like, fuck that.
I think I
City
just
state.
really don't want. I just really don't want an empire. That's the one thing I'm kind of anti. Because if you only have like one major thing, then why haven't they destroyed everyone else already?
I'm fine with empires. I prefer empires that are on the decline.
That's fair.
Like the very like
Yes, to be
decadence.
fair, that's Orivon. The empire was
And Orlando,
severe decline.
Rome towards the end. I'm a big fan of empires that are just getting absolutely dicked over from the inside due to corruption because they've gone a bit too big for their britches.
I do like the vibe of an empire that's too big for it to manage itself, and it's just slowly falling apart.
Oh yeah, big fan of those.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with that. I just don't want one that's currently in conquer mode.
Maybe like a young empire, and the empire is the big bad.
it could be cool if we were the Empire, though. Like we were just taking.
Isn't the
Oh,
young
breaking
Empire just,
breaking
like,
city
touching
state
them?
after city state.
Or something along those lines?
Oh yeah, what was that, Theo? What if we're princes?
Yeah, what if we're like all princes part of
That's
the
sexist.
city-state council?
Like each of us has a city we manage, but also we're like, maybe we're not the ones who directly run it because we still go out and venture and
The
stuff.
princes were the, like,
Right.
diplomatic delegates.
Ambassadors.
It's actually kind of cool.
I'll have to
That
think
would
of a new
be-
character in that case.
Yeah,
then.
it does very much
Because
so.
the current one I have would never be put in a position of power ever.
Well, you don't exactly get to
I mean,
choose to
this
be a
is
prince.
it's normally hereditary, yeah.
I would like to be a prince when I grew
You know,
up.
I'm pretty sure that they would be overthrown like instantly.
Yes,
I don't
knowing
even know what
that
my
you'll-
character is yet. So I don't really care.
You could be the second son.
Yeah,
You know?
literally just only
You're not gonna
make
inherit
a
anything,
Drax
but,
from in the entire small world I made in Leo's game. I made Droll. He was a
F
prince.
in the chat for Smaz.
Smash.
For smells and all the other ones.
I'm a big fan of city states.
Okay, so I
I'd
mean,
be cool
I'm
with a
definitely gonna have some.
declining empire.
It's a mix of
Kingdoms are always good. I mean, we can just have a mix of them. Heck, throw in some nomads as well.
What I'm
just
hearing,
for-
but what I'm hearing is the people don't want like an empire in its prime.
No,
Yeah.
no.
There, see that's what I'm going for. I just want things that people particularly don't want. Because I'm happy to make mixes.
Yeah, for me at least,
I'm-
I don't have standout things that I don't want. But then when people start talking, like Mitchell was like, I don't want a big empire running around butchering everything. I was like, you're right. I don't want that either. You know, take some
I
chat.
just think
for you
they're
to
more
realize.
interesting when they're on the decline.
I'm of the opinion that city states are more interesting to visit than to live in.
Correct.
I mean, they kind of have to exist
agree.
to visit.
Right, but it's. I mean, I don't necessarily want us to be based out of one. Because
No, not happening again.
I did feel like last campaign there was a bit too much Krita. I liked it.
Yeah. No, Krita sucked. We all know this. What you're acting like this is a big revelation, Lumpy.
Krita had the final boss underneath of it.
We
It
could
did.
have just left it at any time, but we didn't.
we couldn't.
It was familiar.
Why couldn't you? What do you mean no we couldn't?
We
Well,
couldn't.
I mean,
We
what
were
would
stuck
we
in
have done?
The
storyline.
main plot was there.
Yeah, like there was
Yeah.
nothing. Where else were we gonna do? Oh yeah, there's some stuff in Roswell. Yeah, but they're not letting
Could've just-
anybody in.
We could have gone anywhere else. We could have just picked a compass direction and just walked.
Littlefoot was from a desert. I
The
never
better
figured
phrase
out.
is, we never
any of-
bothered
would
to
any
go
of-
look for any other problems. We decided these are our problems, even though they really weren't.
I mean,
We
this
kept
is kind of
forcing
like,
ourselves into their problems.
you know, to some
D&D.
extent, just kind of, yeah, that's just kind of how RPGs work. Like, technically, you can go fuck off and do whatever, but usually,
I would have been able to spin up a whole new plot line.
But at the same time, I don't want to like make things hard for Jake because if he's put a lot of work into his
I'm
story,
already
I don't want to
hard.
be like, I'm gonna take a left and actually walk into the woods over here. Let's.
As formerly mentioned, I pretty much only prep day of. I have loose ideas of where the story is going.
Okay.
So it's not it's hard to make things really hard for me.
Okay.
So, nations have been more or less decided, it sounds like. Unless
Yeah, I mean
someone
I don't have
has a...
specifics of them yet.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone want to add anything that they didn't hear already?
I'm
A
good.
nation with like, I don't know, a god that was something like, I don't know, Ra, and had something along the lines of, you know, a harrow. Be
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
actually, like, what about like cultures? As far
Yeah,
as
there's
that
gonna-
goes,
There'll be cultures.
so, like, is there
Are you talking
a
like-
dominant one we're interested in, or like, are we gonna just mix and match, or what?
Are you meaning like based on like real life cultures? Like this
Yeah.
area is very Egyptian themed, this area is more Roman, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
stuff like that.
I mean, pretty much every fantasy nation is going to be based on the normal human one. we don't really have anything else to base them off of, other
love to
than
be
our
a
own
normal human
imaginations.
culture.
Normal cheese.
Well, normal human culture, as in one that it literally already existed or still exists, rather than a culture that's based entirely off of something that doesn't exist. So, I mean, even the fictional ones are based like it's one place removed. But that is a good question. Do we want to talk about the cultures of the nations? Or at least some of the nations?
Yeah, I would like if you guys have specific cultures you're interested in seeing, I can make nations around that. People sound really interested.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking too.
I mean, you don't have to just go entirely like, oh, only Egyptian theme. You can like, you can just get more specific with it. I don't mind.
I guess in some ways it's probably just because my mind keeps getting trapped in the loop of certain things, but something that's definitely inhuman, not dwarf, elf, dragonborn, that sort of thing, but more insect or plant life, something along those lines. Just a nation that isn't quite understood by the others, I think would be interesting to see. It doesn't even have to be hostile. It just
What was that
weird
neutral D&D race? The Formians, I think they were called. Basically, ant people.
Yeah.
Those names.
Really like hierarchical, structured, queen, hive mind sort of vibe, but they're chill.
It doesn't have to be Formians, but something like that, yeah. At least that's something that I would like to see. But I always like to see insects, so
I could make a custom bug people race if y'all wanted.
I'd be up for it.
It could be interesting.
Hell yeah.
Mainly because I like bug people.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some kind of culture.
I'm a big fan of the Eastern European Depression.
We don't see very many kingdoms and nations that are based off of that area of the world. Polish basically just have Witcher.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Yeah, I would second that. I was actually trying to think of nations like that a few days ago.
I'm like in Spain when it was still sort of half Muslims from North Africa, half Christians.
For the Reconquista?
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting to see too. A nation with two major religions that don't really get along.
Yeah, but like some communities are like partially not integrated isn't the right word, but like commingled. Coexisting with varying degrees of comfort with that coexistence.
Okay.
The French before they were massive fucking cowards.
What were they like? I don't even remember that.
They fought the English a lot. Like constantly. That's all they ever fucking did. And you know what? They also fought the Germans occasionally, actually.
And it went so well for them that they wound up cowards.
It went so well for them that they beat the Germans, and then they had World War II, and then they beat the Germans, and everyone in France was like, "This fucking sucks. I hate this. Fuck war. This sucks shit."
Did the French beat the Germans in World War II?
With help,
no, they beat them in World War One, which is what I was referring to. Did I say World War II? I meant World War One.
Oh.
And then World War II happened, and then the Germans pulled a sneaky on them by doing the exact same move 2 wars in a row, and took
but this
Paris.
time with tanks.
Although to be fair, it wasn't really the French soldiers who were massive cowards. French soldiers were ready to go. It was the government that kind of failed.
You know, one thing I like is a lot of flair, a lot of ceremonial gear.
There's a lot of that shit in the fucking Middle
Ornate
Ages.
pomp and circumstance.
Okay.
Ornate,
More,
pompous
like-
bullshit.
The Renaissance is even more full of it.
Just like Steam.
Worse.
I'm more thinking like Aztec and Mayans, like human sacrifices with all their ornaments and shit like that.
Yep.
Ooh.
I like that too. That look is great.
Yeah, non-standard ornamenting. I'm totally here for it.
I mean, what is standard ornamenting?
Yeah,
I'm
honestly,
just- I'm
if you,
wondering what that means.
Yeah, I don't
if
know.
you look at like
A
all
lot
across
you mean,
human
like,
history,
of tassels.
I don't think there's any standard ornamenting. I
So you
think
mean,
everything's
like,
pretty.
medieval fantasy ornamenting.
tassels and ribbons,
Do you just
ornate
mean
armor.
like
All right.
plain like earrings and stuff, or what?
I don't even know what I mean.
All right,
I
good.
think what I mean is I like your idea, Chase.
Also, something like, I mean, this is just like super simple, but something matriarchal would be cool as well. Kind of like the Drow have.
That actually could be an interesting society.
Yeah.
Do an Aztec Mayan one that's matriarchal.
Or just like a non.
I guess to be
Male
fair, though, that does lean
focused.
very heavily into Drow. Because they're all about sacrifices. It's just theirs is to a big
Maybe.
spider.
Maybe Drow are like Aztec influenced rather than spooky spider.
That could be cool.
Kind of vibes with what they already got going on, you know?
And then the Drow are underground, and they got the mushroom lands. It all comes together.
Maybe that's why they worship the sun so hard, because they like discovered it after a long underground time, and they're like, oh, look at it.
I like it. I'm listening.
We probably should have discussed races at some point, too.
One thing I also could be cool is non-male firstborn inheritance. Like seniority. The oldest person is in charge, and when they die, the next oldest person is in charge.
Yeah, have a.
It's pretty
mixture
easy
of-
to make up better methods than that.
Yeah, just have a mixture of fucking lineage, I guess,
Old village elder.
across like different nations.
To be the way one of the nations I've created fairly recently uses their like warfare and combat is very, very central to how they function. So like to be emperor, for instance, you have to fight for it. You can't just be some schmuck. Like you actually have to have a good head on your shoulders and be able to actually, well, kill others to do it. I borrowed actually a little bit from the Spartan, at least their storied, I don't know how true it is, but the children go out, fight a wolf, come back type of ideal. So their children have the same type of thing.
Like to come of age, you have to earn it type thing.
Babies hang out on a cliff for a little bit, see
Yep.
if they can make it.
Nope. I think it was like dunk a baby in a cold bucket of water, and if they cried, then kill
Yeah,
them.
they're not quite that hardcore. They do have the coming of age though, where you have to go out and survive for a length of time and come back.
Thoughts, questions, concerns, Jake?
I'm
So
just
races.
listening and writing things down.
Yeah, Jake
The
asked
more
about
y'all
races.
talk among yourself, the better. It just gives me the free shit to ponder. Keep in mind, there's no way that all of these that have been mentioned will make it in at the same time.
I imagine you're jotting down stuff that like jumps out at you.
I'm jotting down it all, and then I'm gonna run it over when I'm making nations and the like.
Okay. So one thing that a lot of D&D settings do is races of a feather flock together, and it's like, all the dwarves live over here, all the elves
That's
live over
pussy
here.
shit.
All the dwarves live in the mountains and they all make weapons together. They're all adult blacksmiths. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're
Those
dirty.
They like rocks.
If I made a world, I think every race is slave except lizard folk.
Yeah, we all know.
Why you're not in charge, but
But they're not all slaves.
Go back to the
lizards, though.
Davy
It's
Jones.
it's like a conga line of slavery where like
The lizards would rule the world.
Yeah, I think. Lumpy's right. Good mix and match would be cool. And like what Mitchell said, as far as like races, if there's any races that we want really prominent or that we don't really care about as well.
if you guys want like a super prominent like main race,
as long as it's not human. Because I
As
feel
long as it is
like a lot of settings are like human standard, human majority in most of like the orcs is like the stock standard person. It's like I don't know.
Or I mean, like I don't know. Maybe if there's just like not a majority, really. You know?
It's like a plurality type thing.
Yeah.
No goblins.
I mean, there could be areas that are like this is where X race is from, so they're like might be more populous here than elsewhere. But they still would, no ethno states, like Kyron is saying.
Have a
This
have
is
it be
the
more like
dwarf country.
Yeah, those are pretty boring, unless there's like very, very strange reasoning behind it.
they're all massive racists.
Yes, that's
Every one
one
of
of the
them,
major
100% of them.
reasons.
Yes, the drow.
The Drow have lots of other people. It's just all of them are also slaves.
Yeah, all of them just aren't people.
Very diverse.
Yeah, it's diverse. You just have to look past the chains.
If everyone's in chains, then no one is.
That is not true.
I saw The Incredibles. I don't see chains.
I only see chains. They're chained to my eyes. It's
Payton with the
unfortunate.
classic, Payton with the No Lives Matter sign, I see.
Yeah. Lives do not have intrinsic value.
Especially goblins, it says in tiny script at the bottom.
Fuck goblins. Goblins have negative value.
I like goblins.
No lives have value, but lives have.
I agree,
goblin lives-
Chase. I like goblins too. but-
Negative.
Hobgoblins are cooler though.
Well, yeah, they're goblin
Kill all
plus.
fucking goblins.
I'm
Disgusting.
a big goblin guy.
Yeah, well, they're goblins, but they have hob at the beginning, so they're like 3 letters cooler.
Although I like kobolds more, just because
Kobolds are really good.
Kobolds are fun.
they're goblins, but they're actually good at things.
Hey, kobolds are not goblins.
Well, it's like
Goblins
kobolds are
are
like
the
even
same role.
they're even weaker than goblins, but they're
Yeah.
like way smarter and more creative.
Mm-hmm. That actually could be a rather interesting nation, a nation of kobolds,
That sounds
or at least
like a
ruled by
clusterfuck.
kobolds. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Kobolds need their day in the sun.
They usually live underground. Why would they fucking be in the sun?
Yeah, but like a kobold plus dragon like ran place, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want this to be human centric, but I can't think of any race that I would want like more influential or powerful than the others.
Don't
Maybe
have
the
anything to be
exceptions
more
of kobolds.
influential and powerful. I don't think how kobolds would get more influential and powerful.
I think the city
Dragons, that's probably how.
I think the city-state setting sort of allows different cities to be ruled by different, like, maybe like a small number of families have like tremendous sway in like a very mercantile city, and like 2 of those families are kobold, right? Like
If you borrow it from Eberron a little bit, you could do something like that. Considering they have the Dragonmark families, who don't really like hold control over cities, but they're more like corporations.
Like multinational corporations.
Yeah.
That are ethnically.
I mean,
pure.
they are ethnically because, well, that's how freaking Dragonmarks are. But
Yeah,
you could have something like that in this to a certain extent. Just don't have families and have something more akin to
I guess I guess economics can wait for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I imagine since it's D&D, there would be like currency, so it wouldn't be like barter time. But how mercantile we make it? Are we doing like Eberron level multi-state corporations, or like, you know?
Lumpy, I guess economics can wait, and then he immediately continues talking about economics.
My bad.
It's all right. I was zoning you out, but
I've got a
Alright,
good voice
boys,
for
look at
that.
the East India Trade Company in here.
So it sounds, at least to me, like heavy mixed nations, and we kind of like the races that exist already.
Yeah.
Because I'm not hearing any races other than goblins who are going to be there because they're goblins.
Yeah,
Bug
I
people.
understand the goblins are going to be there. It doesn't have to be fucking happy about it.
But if they weren't there, Peyton, how could you kill them?
Yeah, if they weren't there, how could I get my good bloodlust in? I'd have to find something else to kill and make
What
the
do
rest
you
of the
hate
party
goblins
uncomfortable.
for? What they ever do to you?
You ask what they did to me?
You just wish you were green. You're just fucking jealous.
I do not. If I was green, I would have fucking wrapped around a goddamn car by now. Wrapped around a car? Wrap my car around a
You're
fucking
rather
pole,
big.
is what I meant to say.
You'd wrap
I think you might want to be an orc, not a goblin, if you want to be able to wrap around a car.
I wouldn't want to be an orc either. I don't like the tusks.
They have been done much better in certain settings than they have in others.
Consider
so.
half orc.
Half orc?
Yeah, orc plus.
Yeah, actually. Accurate. How come half orcs are the ones that fucking get up?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. They're like, I have all the strength of an orc, but why doesn't the normal orc have that?
Yeah, I'm fine with like the normal races. And the insect one. The bug one.
Yeah, there was an old race from 3.5 called Three Keen, which were like praying mantis people.
Yep, Dry Queen are still around. They don't tend to nation very often, but we can change that pretty easily. Unless
Yeah.
Jake just wants to do his own thing.
Cool. And
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna do my own thing.
what were the ones with ant antennas? This isn't a suggestion, Jake. I can't remember it. It's bothering me.
Not the Formians?
No, they were a psionic race from the Psionic Handbook.
Oh, Dromites, you mean?
Dromites, that's
Yeah.
the one.
The halfling-sized ones?
Yeah,
Yep. I was actually just thinking of those a couple days ago, too.
they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that picture brings back so many memories. I'm gonna put it in chat just because it's such a sick image. Look at it. Look at him. He's so fucking
Chronomancer?
cool. Yeah, that's what this one was.
Yep.
Or maybe this was that prestige class.
It was the Prestige class, the Chronomancer,
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't quite remember. They were
Sorry,
time-based.
that picture just takes me back to like a very specific like moment when I was younger. Flipping open that handbook, looking at the prestige class, being like, "Oh, this class is so sick." Makes me nostalgic. All right, I'll mute now. I've been talking too much.
I mean, I feel like we're getting some productive stuff done.
I mean, have we kind of talked out the races?
And it seems more or less like it. You guys just kind of want melting pots. We like melting pots.
But also lots of racism.
Yes.
Racism's fine.
What would we
Racism's
do if
fun.
dwarves and elves didn't hate each other?
There'd be so few knife ear
Dwarf-
jokes.
I think dwarfs
What's the
and
point?
elves hating each other is so dumb.
It is, but it's been around for so long.
Yeah,
I
fuck
don't
tradition.
really get it.
It doesn't even make sense.
At least in Warhammer, it has like a very good reason, but I'm not sure why it exists otherwise.
Space and Warhammer, they fucking hate like everyone.
And a lot of
Like,
fantasy.
In
this son of a
particular, they
bitch.
hate elves because Malekith was a freaking bastard. But
Yeah.
because the dwarves are
And,
like, yeah, we like the high elves. They're good folks. They fought with us, so against chaos and whatnot all those times ago. Malekith's like, hey, the elves, they're being assholes and killing all your people. Except
Yeah.
we're actually doing it.
Honestly, if I don't know, I'll just blame it on Lord of the Rings.
That's where I'm at too. Tolkien did it,
I mean, Tolkien really
but he
made
also built like
fantasy dwarves for
yeah.
everything else. So
But he also like built a
Even
whole
though they
thing where
weren't
he was
very
like they used to be friends and then these events happened and now they're not on good terms. And like after him was a lot of people being like, okay, so we assume they hate each other.
They just don't like each other.
Let's go from there.
Hey, you're
I think
tall and skinny.
most
I'm
stories
short
have
and
that.
stocky. I don't like you. Fuck you.
I think most of the stories I've read with dwarves and elves have that sort of backstory where at one point we were allies and then freaking they hated each other because of some war. And dwarves are too stubborn to get over it.
I mean, I can see long-lived races having long memories. Like that would make sense to me. Because for them it would be like only a couple generations ago, like be pretty recent for them. But for humans it'd be like, oh come on, get over it. That was ages ago.
There have
We
been
do a
10
fine job
generations
of
since
it.
then. Me dad saw that.
We do a fine job with our short lives of hating each other. In fact, we have two nations that have already been stated that do that all the time for ages. But I'm fine with that. That would be interesting having dwarves and elves just not inherently hate each other for no reason.
Yeah,
Dwarves and
no,
elves
I
like each
think
other
that's
in this one.
dumb.
Easy.
Now we gotta
I
pick
serve
two other
with
races and they should
pleasure.
hate each other now.
Are we gonna add Skaven?
Or I could make it
Fuck you.
racism could be much more of a
What if
regional thing.
humans hated humans?
Chase, we're not trying to
Man,
get too realistic here.
listen, how could you go that far out of the box? That's just
It's
unrealistic.
never been done before. But like based on the color of their skin mostly.
Yeah. Get
Sometimes their religion.
Yes.
Fuck the human race.
Fantasy's wild.
It sure is.
Fantasy, indeed.
You could do anything. Even if it makes no sense.
Alright, how about this? Everything can mate with everything else. So it's not just elves, humans, half elves. You could be like half dwarf, half lizard folk. Eh?
No.
I love how quickly Ham just shut it down.
I don't
What would that even be called?
wanna find
And a
out.
front God.
What, a larf?
A larf.
That
Dwizzard
hate
folk.
that.
Wizard folk. A wizard or a larf? Yeah.
Wizard.
My dad's a Dwizzard. My mom's a Urk. And I'm a They call me Quarters.
He's about to call you a corpse in a minute.
I feel like there's not much else to say about races at this point.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much talked about.
Rectoroni.
So, what's next on the docket?
Well, we've gone through at least loose ideas of nations, loose ideas of what you guys are interested in for plot, loose ideas of races, loose ideas of terrain. We could go on to divinity.
Alright, one big worldwide pantheon? Or
I think a better question to start with would be, what are the gods?
Well,
Monotheism.
Are they immortal beings that were mortal at one point? Are they
big one?
Are they something older than the Earth?
Can you become one?
Also, like, how present are they in the world? Like, are they a big influence, or do they just kind of sit and watch?
That's true. Are we talking like Greek myths where they just like show up and do shit? Or is it more like they will speak in your dreams, or not even that?
I
Where-
like the Discworld version of deities myself, but
You'll have to bring me up
Explain.
to speed.
Discworld deities they don't directly intervene, as in like the Greek gods, they throw lightning from the clouds, but they use pawns to basically get their schemes going. In their world, it's a game, but
The one quote I
playing D&D.
Yep. So the gods themselves don't do anything, but yeah,
All
they'll
right.
use
the
mortals.
one Discworld quote I know about gods was in Universe. They were talking about some Discworld philosopher who said, "You know, we might as well. You don't know if gods are real or not, so let's just hedge our bets and believe in the gods. And if we're right, then awesome. We go to the afterlife, and if we're wrong, then who cares?" And then when he died, the gods gathered around him with sticks and beat the shit out of him.
Fuck.
I mean, it makes sense. Some freaking assholes telling people not to believe in you. Come on.
Well,
Just
no,
tell
it's
people to
telling
hedge
them
their
it's more
bets.
economic to believe in.
They're basing him up because he was making the safe bet. This is bullshit.
No, I think that's probably, regardless of how you take it, it's still a good idea to beat him up with sticks. He probably deserves it.
What it doesn't tell you is that's just what they do to every single person that dies.
Is that where death sends them? To the gods. Man, that's a bigger asshole.
This is like
And he's
a
out.
sympathetic guy, and he just hands you off to get beat down.
I still like when he shows up to a freaking wizard party where everyone's wearing masks.
Question.
Death, of course.
Yeah, so going back to what Mitchell said about pawns of the gods, right? Do we want people to know they have been contacted like directly by a god? Do we want like divine things to just talk to people and be like, "Yo, do this"?
We were all pawns, but we don't know it until the end of the campaign.
I mean, I like the idea of like very active gods.
Yeah, I
I
like
love
active
religion.
gods.
Like hyperactive.
Like you can't get them to
Yeah, like
leave you
they
alone.
can't stay still in their seat.
Good thing they have a lot to play with. But yeah,
And big into
But are they-
smashing their toys when they get frustrated.
They're always just tapping their foot and shaking the
like-
whole world.
like really childlike gods who just get fucking pissed when shit doesn't go their way.
It's new. That actually could be interesting. A bunch of very active gods, but they're all new to being gods. They don't really get what they're supposed to be doing.
The older gods grew tired of the game, so they don't play anymore. So people stop believing in them because they aren't as active, right?
Yeah, they're
Opening the
"Man,
door
these
for
balance
newer
patches
gods.
suck. I'm done.
Yo, Hephaestus was so OP last patch. Good thing they nerfed him. But now my catapults don't do shit.
I'll bring it back.
Used to throw metal rocks, but now they just throw stone ones. Junk.
Is it one pantheon or is it
Mhm.
multiple pantheons?
One thing I like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I will get back to your question, to your one pantheon versus multi-pantheon question, because I think that is a good question. Is one thing I liked about the Greek gods is that they're very petty, and they have like very human flaws, and they're quick to like anger. They have egos.
I'm hoping we don't have the same level of Greek gods, though. I'd like to not have someone just fucking everything that moves.
My
Yeah.
daughter, no.
Say one bad freaking word.
Zeus,
and all of a sudden
kind of a
gets
piece of
zapped
shit.
from nowhere.
Yeah, Zeus is.
curse.
I don't want to go, man, I'm really good at singing. And for some god to come down and go, oh yeah, bitch. Hope you like being a fucking siren for all of eternity, dumbass.
I don't want to be walking looking gorgeous with my 12-inch bosoms and then getting fucked by a cow. That turned out to be Zeus in disguise. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, he's not even a fertility god. What the fuck's up with that?
As long as it's not Zeus in disguise, you're good.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I just
I'm
wanted
be a
to be
fucking
Zeus
blacksmith
because
and be like, man, I'm good at being a blacksmith. And fucking Hephaestus is gonna come down and go, bitch.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that's it.
better than
It's
you.
done. I'm over. What?
I'm jealous of how good you are, so I'm going to turn you into a lump of metal to be beat by all eternity.
I do
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
thanks.
idea that getting higher level is like a slightly risky proposition.
The gods might start to view you as like competition.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's getting good.
I don't like that at all.
Pretty sick
So-
though.
yeah.
I like the idea of it, but I feel like it's just getting with getting absolutely destroyed and then just being like, man, I'm very glad that I was hard punished for playing the game.
So are we talking about gods? as
Congratulations,
if
you
they're,
made it to
like-
level 15. Time for a stomping.
Yeah. The god has decided to fuck you specifically up. Oh, thanks. It's very good.
So we're looking at gods like they're like really powerful warlock patrons. Where they like
Every cleric
There's like really
reaches.
shitty warlock patrons.
really shitty.
Yeah.
But they
I-
never leave you alone. They're just constantly asking you to do things.
Really, I
can you
just
go
do
kick
care
that
concept is
cat?
not a fucking cleric. I'm gonna be
Why?
honest.
Because I really want to see it jump. But why do you want that cat in particular? Don't ask questions, just do it already, or else all your
Can't I
powers
just
are gone.
scare the cat so it'll jump? No, you have to fucking punt it.
Ares is blowing up your phone with text, but you can't ignore them or he'll kick the shit out of you.
I was thinking more
Are-
like shitty, like they're not powerful. Like sometimes when you try and
Oh.
cast a spell, they'll just be like out of
I actually
power
like
and
that.
You won't be able to cast.
Yeah. I remember I read a book that was the case. He was like a lost god, so he only had like 1 or 2 followers. So he could only bless that one follower with powers like once in a while.
So one pantheon or many pantheons?
I mean, one pantheon's easier to keep track of.
You don't have to make
But-
up as many gods.
Yeah.
Make up 3 different gods of death.
But like
I'm
if
not gonna
there's
do that.
if there's more
But
than one
I
god
am
of death,
more
that-
I'm going to say I'm just gonna do one pantheon. Let's just
yeah.
get that out of the way,
So it sounds like active gods are kind of interest.
which is good.
Yep.
I like doing
Yeah.
active gods.
How are they active would probably be the next question. Are they the sort that come down and freaking wreck stuff on their own? Or are they the sort that only can do stuff through people?
I imagine they might have different preferences on like how they interact.
Yeah. I guess at least my preference is they can only act through agents. Because I find gods that come down and do things in their own power are it's basically like awakening a Tarask all of a sudden.
Or they
Except
have
it's not a
like
Tarask you can just fill with hummus and deal with.
or they have avatars they like imbue with part of their powers, but it's not like they just rock up themselves.
That I like more. Avatars I like much more.
Can we kill the gods?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not making active gods if they can't be killed.
How can we kill the
Yeah.
gods?
I'm not telling you that. It'll be
Can we
plot.
take their powers?
Gun.
Drink the
Big
god
gun.
the
We'll
juice.
go to Undead Canyon is just a big enough cannon, and it will kill.
Yeah. That's the best part about the Undead campaign.
Maybe gods are like powerful vampires where you
It's
get
just the Dominion route.
you get powers.
Yeah,
by
I see you
drinking
have a
the
giant
blood.
2-headed snake that regenerates at like 40 hit points a turn.
Fair fact.
I don't care. I'm just going to lightning bolt it to death now by having enough wizards to hit it with enough lightning bolts so it doesn't freaking get up again.
I guess I
Gang
see you
up
have
on
this
the
uber
gods.
powerful thing. However, miracle. I'm gonna miracle you 18 times in this fight, bitch.
Gang up on the gods, kick them while they're down.
Kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
I wish this guy was not here. Ah, he's still here. I wish this guy was not here.
Still here. How many times are you gonna wish I'm not here? I got so many more of these motherfuckers. You got no idea.
How many legendary resistances you got?
Let's find out.
18 more.
Mm.
That's just all the god spell list is just wish prepared like a billion times. Why do I need any other spell? I could do anything with wish already. But, I mean, you actually can. You can cast literally any other spell with wish. So
I cast Giga Power Word Kill. You die if you have less than 400 health.
Oh my god.
Give me epic level spells.
Hmm. So what else? What other things do we think for how active they are? I suppose because I like the avatar idea that they can't
Yeah.
act directly, but they can act through avatars.
Another
Avatars, personal
feature-
blessings.
Yeah, another feature
Hmm?
for level 10.
Well, yeah, but what does that mean in the game terms? Like, is level 10 like we're
Crazy high. Or is it like
kick-ass heroes that like beat the shit out of anyone, or is that just like some
Slightly above commoner.
Yeah, is that just like, all right?
Is that
you
commoner
guys, and
plus
then
or
there's
someone who's
like-
actually a beast?
Could you imagine being a level 1 and the commoners are all average level 10? Why am I hiring you to do anything again? When I can go and just kick the ass of anything that comes into my path?
Well, unlike commoners, we scale. We're late game players.
Yep. Commoners gain 1 hit point per level. Always.
that is a good question. Like, is
Mhm.
5 like what level is your average like soldier? Probably level like 2 or 3. And then in some settings it's like level 5, in other settings it's like level 1.
If I remember correctly, someone at least at Wizards did state that
Heck.
at least for them, the average adventurer kind of caps out at 10.
So like level 10 would be like that's a really good adventurer, but not like
That's the retired adventurer.
so like
Yeah, past that is like world saving, doing really important things.
Yeah, that's the one that's decided, frick it, I don't feel like saving the world anymore. I'm gonna go run a tavern type of adventurer.
gotcha. Well, because it's a good question because in some settings like Eberron,
But yes,
Like,
they
there
probably
are,
would be
like-
called if they were found by like whatever leader of the land to be like, hey, could you go kick this lich for me? Because he's being annoying. You know, undead and whatnot.
Yeah.
Eberron, I think, is usually lower.
yeah,
in
Eberron's a low level setting, so it's like there are a
Eberron's also lot
handful
more
of
intrigue
people.
and whatnot. So
Like a handful of people over level 10 in the whole.
I'm gonna bring up a question that was asked earlier.
Hmm.
Mitchell, this world will have monsters from Monster Hunter. It's not going to be a focus, but I like that book too much to just get rid of it entirely.
all right.
I didn't even get to use the Valhazak.
Pain.
He was the
Yeah.
monster I was probably the most excited for.
I do. Yeah, I like the Monster Hunter monsters. They are an interesting challenge.
It's a different challenge, if nothing else.
Mhm.
But yeah, they won't be the focus.
Hmm. I'm still curious, what like are gods just a thing that have existed since the dawn of time, like created the world and whatnot? What do people think?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Is there
I
like
like the idea of having like old and new gods. So,
So
like,
you have like the elder ones that created the world,
Yeah.
the newbies that do other things.
yeah,
so
the
like
new ones that have risen to
I
divinity.
almost like the idea of there's the older gods that are entirely separate entities from the new ones.
yeah,
Like
like a lot of the times in sorry,
like they made the fucking world and then they're like, all right, here you go. Promote you fuckers.
Yeah.
We're dipping.
Bait and then just
Funny
step
enough,
back.
that's actually a concept I'm playing with in one of the worlds I'm creating, Kyron.
it's like the older gods tend to have in mythology like more primordial focuses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Titans versus the Greek gods.
Yeah, god of the sky, god of the earth, god of time. And then the newer gods are more like focused in instead of like god of the earth, or instead of god of water, it would be god of the sea. It's like more
So it's-
specific.
Yeah, it's gods versus the immortals type of ideal. Borrowing from Mystara. Concerning Mystara doesn't have gods, it has immortals, which are mortals that have risen to godhood. They actually do a lot, even though they don't interact with the setting as much. So because they're like freaking outsiders? No, we don't like those. No angels, no demons. Get out of here. Among other things. But I do like the idea of exceptional mortals rising to godhood.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Anyway,
so
enough
that-
about the normal world. Let's talk about the other planes.
Do they depose the gods that were before? Is that like a power struggle?
That's a good question. Can there only be one god at a time of each whatever?
Yeah, of course.
In Mystara, no. In this setting, I don't know.
In this setting, in order for a god to be it's kind of like you gotta kill them and then you can like go take their place.
My question was answered.
Is that how you rise to divinity?
Yep.
So who gets the divinity? Is it the one who lands the killing blow or the one who does the most damage in the fight?
The one who drinks the most juice.
Whoever tags the mob first.
There's lots of ranger
I don't know if
gods.
that's- I don't think that's. I'm actually gonna say that's not the only way you can rise to divinity. I'm gonna say that if a god so chooses, they can like step down from
yeah.
godhood and grant it to someone that they choose to.
Hmm.
Obviously,
I mean,
this
they
is
do-
the
But-
kind of thing they're not going to loophole the system and like be in the process of getting killed and go, "Oh, I'm giving it to Phil."
Yeah. Even if they could, I feel like a lot of gods would be far too prideful to do that.
I
Keep
mean,
in
it
mind,
is
the gods are going to
part of
be
the deal.
the new ones. At least are going to be more or less like exceptional mortals, as formerly mentioned.
One thing that's a feature of real mythologies that I'm curious to hear thoughts on is, I guess this is mostly a Greek gods thing, is they were notorious for like handing out their like symbolic items to like mortals they liked who were doing missions and stuff.
Like Hermes boots and shit like that.
Yeah. Or like. So my question is, do we want gods to be giving like physical items of power to people, or is it more like I'm giving you powers / giving you advice?
I feel like it'd be interesting to have a mix.
Yeah.
Some
I
gods
just
give
like
powers,
the
some gods
idea
give
of like
items.
interactive boons. It doesn't really matter if it's physical or more
Some of them
magically
will be
inclined or
physical,
something.
some of them won't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it could.
I can
it would
imagine
depend on
some
the
would
god
be
and the
more-
boon, right?
You also
Yeah.
have to remember because of how these gods rose to divinity.
Mhm.
Some
Right.
aren't going to have like really super notable items
Mm-hmm.
to hand
True.
out.
So I would imagine some more arcane person would be more inclined to give knowledge or power
Correct.
rather than a physical sword.
True. Yeah,
Wizards don't really go around slapping people with swords.
they should.
If you're a true wizard, you should run around punching people.
Blade Singer, allow me to introduce myself.
All right, one subclass of wizard uses swords.
Muscle wizard.
Actually, in this world, that's the only type of wizard.
I guess that's probably a good segue if we want to move away from gods. If we want to mess with magic.
Magic's scary. I don't
Magic
like it.
is scary to mess with.
Well, don't mess with it then mechanically, mess with it lore wise.
Well,
such
yeah.
as how is necromancy viewed? Which I always find an interesting question for a world.
Well, necromancy is for sure going to be, in most places, frowned upon. Some places completely outlawed. Some places, like, standard.
I serve with
How common is
pleasure.
magic?
I don't like super rare magic worlds.
Okay.
But if you guys do, I'm perfectly happy to make one.
My trouble with super rare Magic Worlds is because parties will always have Magic users anyway. So it's like Magic is super rare. Oh, by the way, every group of adventurers will have 2. So it's like, how rare is it actually?
I remember actually one of the books I've been reading recently has kind of a mix of the two, where like among high society, or at least just those who live in cities, magic, or in that world as it's called, arcanery, is just a normal matter of life. It's just a thing. But when you get like further out into villages and the kind of backlands, like all of a sudden it becomes magic and witches, and like they burn people and chase people out of town for it. Which I kind of like the mix of, yeah, it's a normal part of life, but it's also definitely something that a lot of people that don't understand it at all view with suspicion.
If we were to go with city-states, I think that allows a lot of variance.
Yeah.
City states are going. We already decided the nations. There's going to be some city states, some kingdoms, maybe a dying empire.
Yeah.
I kind of like if we have another school, by the way, that isn't viewed favorably.
Aside from fucking necromancy,
Diviners are pieces of shit. I hate them.
enchantment is the big one.
See, I was thinking
enchantment. Actually, like enchantment is one that's not like,
because having a random guy wandering around town being able to blow up buildings at will seems kind of well, dangerous.
Yeah, but then you get into issues with the magic system itself, which is like
you're gonna get pissed at my tiny hut, aren't
non-explosive
you?
spells are also evocation.
Well, one thing is the whole charm / suggestion dominate sub school of enchantment is like hella morally dubious.
Exactly.
And like illusion is deceitful, so that's also
being not liked.
Yeah. I could see illusion being disliked because it's like deceitful, but like I don't know.
Conjuration.
If we make another secondary one that is also like hated in some places, it would 100% be enchantment.
I'd be up for that. I actually like that as an idea, because enchantment is like the most morally dubious, aside from necromancy.
Yeah, and even if we
the idea of fucking with people's brains is a little bit
Modify memory XD.
Yeah.
That's
like a 5th level spell too.
I never
For some
did get
reason.
to use that.
Would you like to?
No.
Well, I just meant like, would you like to in campaign? Because
there's no like, I don't know what would I use it on.
Oh,
Other
hey,
party members.
I should vote. I should do this vote now while I'm thinking about it. We're gonna take it from the top. What level do you guys want to start at? 1, continue at 10, 3. Theo, you're at the top.
10.
Okay, Kyron.
11.
I gave you 3 options. Please pick one of them. Otherwise, your vote automatically goes to 1.
10.
That's right. Chase.
3.
Okay. Ham.
I like 10 or 3.
Okay. Lumpy.
3.
Leo.
10.
I'm gonna vote 3. Payden.
10.
Mitchell.
I'm gonna vote 3 as well.
So what do we end up with? I think it was 5-4 for 10.
Was it?
I think so. Well, Theo, Kyron, him, Leo, Payden.
Well, him said 10 or 3.
So then
I just don't want to be 1.
it's 4.5 to 4.5. Thanks, gang. Technically, since it's tied, I could just say I'm the DM, so I win ties, but we'll decide that in a bit.
I can solve this. I vote for 11.
Okay,
That
means
automatically
your vote
goes to
automatically
1.
goes to 1.
I think that was the point.
Where was your vote?
On 10.
We're level 3, baby.
Pod.
God bless. God bless.
I just think there's so much. I mean, obviously you can make a good plot starting at level 10, but it's kind of weird when it's like,
You just lose out on character development. Like
yeah,
it's hard to build a character starting at level 10 because it's like so much backstory basically required.
well, because as you guys were mentioning, it's like past level 10 is like world level.
Yeah.
Bunch of blank slates walking around.
I mean, that's
see,
that's fine as long as you account for that in your backstory. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but who wants to have to do that? It's more fun to have the backstory that you would be writing for a level 10 character actually happen.
You know, counterpoint. It's fun to play high level characters, and we rarely get to do it.
Relax, this one isn't gonna blow up.
It will.
Disagree.
going-
High level sucks.
I'm going to 20. Also, yeah, the more high level I play, the more I'm like, damn. Low mid level kinda sick.
Mm-hmm.
Third, fourth level spells, that's the sweet spot. You start getting up to 5, 6, and it's like. Also, this will be fun because this time I won't be tunnel visioned on whatchamacallit, Monster Hunter monsters for the early levels. Because I leveled you guys so fucking fast because it was like
Because you wanted to get to the
none
other
of
cool
these monsters like you can reasonably like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me just note that down. Level 3 start. Sorry to all the level 10 stands out there. Level 3 start. Okay, I wrote it down. I have some ideas for main plot. I'll iron those out once I make the actual world and shit. Speaking of the world, I need to make more of a map. Oh, actually, let's talk about that. What kind of landmass you guys looking for?
Big one.
Talk to me in
I like
Civ,
islands.
in Civ world generation style, please.
I'm not gonna say
The donut. I'm kidding.
I'm not gonna say Pangea, but I don't like it
Oh.
being like super difficult to get from place to place.
Oh, well, like
Actually, no. Scratch
mainland
that.
with like an archipelago around it, or like next to it, like on the side.
Kinda liking the
Scattered
donut.
islands.
I like what Leo said.
What
Yeah.
is this? How did it generate this and say, yeah, that's a good world to generate? What the actual fuck? Look, it said that's a world. That is a world.
It's
What
the
is
donut!
that?
When you hand a robot a paintbrush, it just goes poorly.
But it's
What is
like the
that?
beginnings of the donut
I'm
before it
so
gets
mad.
cooked.
Why is there a tiny little island in the middle? What's the point of that?
It's nice.
Is it?
I don't know, man.
I saved some maps, actually, that I thought were maybe interesting. No, that's right, I saved this one titled The Forbidden Continent.png because it looked kind of cool. But it's definitely not a map I can make a full world out of. It'd just be a place you guys could go. Yeah, no. New map. I personally like the idea of like 1 to 2 large land masses with a few islands. That is generally what I prefer, both in Civ and for D&D.
I like Leo's idea of archipelago. Maybe like not super deep oceans where there are like lots of small boats going around, but then you need to take a big boat to get to like faraway places. I don't know.
Just a
But
constant 60-foot deep.
That multiple of 30-foot deep ocean thing is never gonna get old.
30-foot deep ocean. 30 fucking feet.
That was I'll be right back, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did misread that. Good to know.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm also back.
Welcome
Good.
back.
Right, I was generating maps desperately, hoping that one looked like good so I could throw it onto the board and say, hey, y'all like this? Because I hate hand drawing maps.
Mm-hmm. Is this kind of what you're thinking of, Leo? Not the landmass shape, but at least the idea.
Oh, this is terrible.
So I also hate drawing maps.
Where is it?
Only psychopaths like drawing maps.
I mean, I've had to do it most of the time because of map generation being awful. But
Map
Drawing
generation
maps
is
pretty
only
cool.
awful as long as you are a fearful man.
Yeah, fearful of bad maps.
Theo? That's where I am.
How are you getting crummy little maps like that then?
Because I haven't been fiddling around with all the buttons. I just press it a lot and it gives me like random ones, Theo.
what are you using?
And I also turn off like the labels and like nations and shit. So it just generates like the white. Because I don't like that. Incidentally, this is one it generated. I'm not like sold on it. I'm just putting it on the map so you guys can take a gander. I don't know if you like the way it looks, hate the way it looks, want it to die, want it to burn, want it to rot, want it to sink.
I'm a big fan of that because it looks like it's slowly crumbling to pieces.
The top left looks like a goldfish.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Wait, look.
fucking. That's a lot of rivers.
Am I missing
Yeah,
something?
right? It kind of went hamburgers on the rivers. One thing I can
I
do
mean,
though is I
It's
could go
heavily
to the
mountainous,
options
right?
and I can turn the rivers off.
It's
Turn
on,
more
it's on
rivers on.
Roll20, Leo.
Oh, that's why I was like looking at Discord. I'm like, what are we looking?
Didn't we want lots of mountains though?
It
I
You
mean,
can make them mountains.
there can still be mountains here.
I know. I'm just mostly saying that mountains tend to create lots of rivers.
It did kind of go hamburgers with the rivers.
Yeah, but the rivers are like a lot of them are just they're coming in from the ocean.
I mean, I can also one thing I can do is if we like the shape of this map, but we think the rivers are a little too aggro, I can literally just turn the rivers off, and we can put rivers where the hell we want.
I'm happy with the rivers. Rivers.
I like the rivers.
I mean, it would make placing cities easier.
Yeah, I could place them away from the rivers so they don't fall in.
Yeah, that's
Or-
exactly what he meant.
Exactly. People don't need water.
The real question is, do I want to actually use this this measurement right here?
Maybe.
4 feet.
Maybe if there's so much
65.
water, then the predominant race is like merfolk. You ever think of that?
Triton gang.
One thing that we can also do is like this could just be part of the map.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I could just get another map and then like slam it to the side, you know?
This is a giant bunch of land that was broken
I mean,
apart.
if you shrink
while
it
there's
down,
a more
it should be the
solid one.
archipelago.
Yeah, exactly, Mitchell. I could do whatever. All right, so here's what we're gonna
Yeah, I
do.
actually like that.
We're gonna
Yeah,
open.
I wasn't thinking of that, but that is actually a good idea for having a different landmass for the kind of more, I don't know, central one.
Yeah, like I could take this gigantic blob it just generated for me.
What does this blob look like?
It's just a God. It's so weird looking. Actually, it kind of looks like a big face with a gigantic nose. I'm gonna put this one just in general chat because there's no way in hell I ever use it, but it's so weird. It's like a big face with a nose that has a handle on the bottom. Look at it.
It looks like a big gun.
Mm.
It kind of looks like a dragon head.
Right?
I wouldn't mind
It makes me think of fucking Snoopy.
that. Yeah, I
It-
can see that too.
This could be a hyper zoomed in just island called Dragon Skull Island because it's shaped like a dragon head. We'll save it just in case it is.
Or you know those like fuzzy horse heads on the end of like broom handles that kids ride around?
Yeah.
Dragons are big enough.
It's like one of those.
It could literally be Dragon Skull Island.
That's true.
There are some pretty big dragons in
So this goes back actually to something we were chatting about earlier. Then, the gods wouldn't all be humanoid. It's just like anything tough enough to take out what was before, right?
Yeah, that's cool. I think I'd be down to do that. I think there'd be primarily humanoid ones. And I would say it does have to be something intelligent enough. Because it's not like you kill a god and oh, I'm a god now. There's
Right.
like you have to kind of like claim the power, which is something that definitely requires a sentient choice to do, not just like a really tough bear like killed a god.
A dog just walks up and takes the god power.
Not doing dungeon series.
Are there any vacant?
That happened.
Could there be then a vacant slot,
Kind
if
of
you will?
definitely.
Could there be like a vacant slot, if you will?
Like a god just retired and everyone wants that spot.
Like didn't leave it to anyone, or a god
What
was
do you guys
slain
think
but
of
its
that?
power
'Cause I'm
wasn't
not sure.
claimed?
Think of
Well,
what?
that's more of a plot question than like a universe question. But like, could there be
It could be both.
like an unclaimed slot?
Because what happens when one of the gods decides, nah, I don't feel like godding anymore?
Well, generally, when they
the other
step down,
gods
they can they give their power to someone else, like they choose.
That's how
What
you
if-
step down, by giving
What
away
if
your
the,
power.
what if the
There's no
god
way.
is like, no one's tough enough to take it from me, but I don't want to be god anymore, so I want to make some challenges, and only if you're worthy, then you get it.
Well, of course you can do that, but that would just be a glorified them stepping down.
Yeah, it would be them stepping down, but with extra steps.
It's like
Yeah.
a big staircase that they're walking down. This is kind of interesting island-wise, but I like the Edit coastline. How the fuck do I edit the coastline? Hold up. What does this do? How the fuck does this map? Can I just like drag?
Yes.
Hmm?
The whole thing is editable.
No, that's lame.
I mean, that's kind of the point of random generated maps, is to give you the base so you can build off of it.
Yeah, but also, that's a lot of work.
The point of generating a map was that a map would be generated, so you don't have to make a map.
It also would speed up the process of creating a map, because then you just have to edit rather than draw from scratch. But regardless, yes, both methods are perfectly functional. I mean, if you're going with primordial gods, then wouldn't we already have non-humanoid gods?
Yeah, the old gods definitely aren't humanoid. They're entities from somewhere else, be it space or something else entirely.
The one thing untouched by capitalism. Space! Sorry, continue.
Map, here we go. That is disgusting. God, that one's even worse. What is that? That's not bad. Ooh, and it's got a gigantic lake. Hold up. We like big ass lakes. But yeah, so I mean, you definitely can be like a non-humanoid god. Like, there's definitely like, a dragon could become a god for sure. Nickel Bola has entered the chat.
Planeswalkers.
They're called
now I'm-
Horizon Walkers, Lumpy. It's
We're gonna-
Ranger Conclave. You should check it out.
Do this.
Armistice.
Everyone, Gander in general, chat please. Thoughts on something like this? And by something like that, I mean that.
I like it.
For like a mainland.
I like it a lot.
That works.
And then the map that's currently on the thingy will be the.
I like it.
Put that in like the bottom right.
Save as map with 2 P's. No, wait, that's not
That's
right.
good.
Let's like put 7. Okay. Upload. Choose a file. Let's go find map with a bunch of P's. No, that's Dragon Skull Island. Okay. Now put map background. All right. So let's toss you aside for a bit and let's put this guy out here. Hey man, how's it going? Set the link here. Give him a little stretch. Wow, the stretch is actually kind of pog. What if I give this guy a little stretch up top? What are we looking at here?
You know, that looks like a world map.
But what if we did it like this?
Ooh, I think I actually like that more.
I like that more because that way the little like line measurements are on the bottom. Yeah, Ham sees it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this was here.
Now it's over there.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Now the real question is,
How do we kill someone?
So you take a gun.
what if I make the map bigger? That's way
Yeah.
too big. Let's try 35 by 35. Maybe I should just turn the grid off on this page. I mean, am I realistically ever gonna need the grid on this page?
Maybe.
No. Turn the grid off. Save settings. Ah, that looks much better without the grid.
Looks like a map.
Looks like a map. This is a world map. Great, we got the map. Let me drag that to where the start should be. Page settings. Now, how do I name the page? World map. Enter. There we go. Okay. The start page still has the stinkiness. He's just there. I'm gonna leave him there. I like him. Okay. We got the map. We can slap nations around on here, slap kingdoms, slap my ass. Slap lawsuits. Oh fuck yeah, that's an idea to look at. What kind of we'll figure that out. No, like what kind of like law style is it?
Trial by combat.
Trial by combat.
I'm down to have another place that's like trial by combats.
Trial by combat's sick.
Trial by combat in this world would also be way more like legitimate with how active the gods are.
Yeah.
Because the gods starts like, yo, homie, take this bow. Come on, you know you want it. It's like, yeah, I do, thanks.
Hey, homie, take this gun. This is a weird looking gun. Yeah, that's because it's not in this world. Just fucking take it and give it back later.
The fucking Spartan laser.
Yeah. Just shows up with a fucking M2 Browning. Hey, that one, that looks a little bit weird. What you got there?
Yeah.
Oh,
how
don't
much
worry
of this
about
is fresh water?
They show up with a golden desert eagle.
We'll see.
That one shots anyone.
Freshwater is not real.
Okay.
Agreed.
We're saltwater boys.
Fridges don't exist, so you know, no one can put their cups of water in there to make it fresh. I will never stop, because that was the most fucked up thing I'd ever seen. And then you defended it like a psychopath.
Because I don't understand what was wrong with it.
Everything. Everything was wrong with it. You know how, like, Americans hear about bagged milk for the first time and lose their shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt upon seeing Leo's cup of water in the fridge. Because when people are like, oh, we bag milk, I was like, alright, you're cringe, but like, whatever, man. Leo's like, yeah, I put my cup of water in the fridge, then when I get thirsty, I go and get it out of the fridge, take a sip, and then put it
And
back.
then put it back.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Where
Like,
else?
Yeah,
man,
you're a fucking animal.
Psychopath.
Where else is it gonna put the cup? I don't understand.
You just take it with you, put it on a table or something.
Well, yeah, I would take it out, drink, and then if I put more water in it, and then leave it in the fridge.
Yeah.
It seems like you don't drink enough water.
What do you mean?
Do you know how he...
Cup of water when you could just put some ice in.
I could, but we don't. I didn't have any ice at the time. I didn't have an ice tray, and my fridge didn't make ice.
You could pour yourself less water.
I like how I had no idea what I was coming back into until I
Why would-
started hearing.
Why would I pour
Any
less
content.
water? I thought the point is me drinking more water.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Mitchell, you like,
I'm saying, like, pour as much as you're gonna drink in, like, a sip or two. And then when you want your next sip
don't
of
listen to
water,
Lumpy.
That's also stupid.
Pour. What am I pouring from, Lumpy?
Are they the same size as it's shown, or?
oh,
is it-
good point.
What am I
Well,
pouring?
like
What do you
little
pour
scale,
water
like,
from?
I
good
had a thing on my faucet, and it
Yeah.
was just
Well, I
literally
mean,
tap
mostly
water.
the two land masses are. Is this
I didn't have a jar or a
the same
Brita filter
size
or
as
anything like
this,
that. It was
as it
just,
looks?
like tap water.
Yeah, like they're gonna both use the same like measurement scale, so
Okay.
Okay.
because that just makes everything easier.
Now
'Cause
we
don't
have a
imagine
Brita
this with two
filter,
separate maps. Imagine this is just
and
like
so now
the-
I don't put my cup in the fridge. It's just the Brita filters.
I was just wondering.
fucking Leo and his friend group. We thought Nico was the weird one putting butter in his coffee. No, No, Leo was flying under the radar like an absolute psychopath putting his water cup in the fridge. What does Eric do? Eric drink curdled milk?
Water on cereal? What is it? Spit it out.
I'll have to think about it. I'm sure there's something there.
Wait, I want to ask the question. I want to ask what.
I actually can't get over the butter in the coffee. That is wild to me.
That is
Fucking
way
butter
less
coffee.
weird than fridge water.
Yeah, it actually is. I've heard of that before. Before
Really?
Leo brought it up. What, butter coffee? I'd heard of that before.
I haven't.
But I
Butter
never
coffee,
thought
spaghetti
that anyone would
dipper.
actually do it. Like, yeah, he also dips his spaghetti in milk, like no weirdo.
What?
What?
Were you not there for when Nico was telling people that?
No. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
butter, coffee, and spaghetti milk.
Yeah, he dips his spaghetti in milk.
No, he's not. Shut up. That's not something he does. Shut the fuck up. Shut
He
the
said
actual
it, so either he must.
Shut
I
the
don't know
actual
if he was
fuck up.
Why would he lie about that?
That was disgusting. What the fuck? Like,
You are correct.
Why don't we ask him?
I don't
like-
think he means like spaghetti with the sauce. I think just like the noodles.
do you think
right?
just the pasta, or do you think it's like
Yeah.
marinara?
No, it
marinara
must be
sauce?
just the pasta.
I don't
Yeah,
think
what if
he's
it's
putting
not, though?
marinara in there.
If it's
What if it-
not, just cancel.
That's what I think.
I
I'm
don't know if
thinking
he's
he's
still
putting
there.
this red marinara pasta thing into the fucking milk, just dunking it like Twinkies.
What?
Do people dunk their Twinkies?
We'll dunk
I
their
just
Twinkies
eat
down
my
here.
sponge cake. What?
Oh, hey, Lumpy.
Hmm?
You were there at the time this happened. Could you explain the meme by Winter Gaming in the memes channel? What is that?
I need to remind myself.
It's not
In
it's not a meme at all. I don't see what's a meme.
It's just a
about it.
tank.
It's just
Oh.
a picture.
Oh, he was saying his junk was proportions like this tank with the tiny barrel.
So we put it in memes.
Yeah.
Lumpy, you invited those people and you ruined the place.
Yeah. We
They're
gotta
just
make a new
playing
server
shit.
without you.
They're playing shit in Lounge. You guys don't even know how the bot works. It was so weird in there. Even Caddy randomly in general chat just put the eyes emoji. He was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
Even Caddy could sense it was off.
Starting to realize. Maybe
You
best
made
part about that
Chase
was
put
definitely when,
Chase Gaming.
Yeah, Chase added you, told you to go into bot commands, then yelled at Josh to shut up because he was typing. And he was confused.
Josh was like, "How did you know?"
Is he not aware of that Discord feature?
He's like, "I didn't say anything, but I was about to. How did you know?"
Incredible.
That's so fucking funny.
God.
How could you know?
Josh is actually a boomer.
He's got a wife. Did you know this?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
He shoved it in my face when I said, "Get me popcorn." He said, "Get a wife and get popcorn." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
What does that
He
have to do
shoved it
with
in my
popcorn?
face. I just wanted popcorn, man. You didn't have to tell me you had a wife.
That is kind of odd.
Hold on. This is a complete. I gotta go do some investigating. Hold on. There's no way that that's real.
Hmm?
I believe Jake is currently going down a rabbit hole, which you will never escape.
I'm curious to know what sort.
I just need to make sure. I need to do some.
So anyway, back
questing.
to world building.
Some
Yeah, you guys were-
investigative journalism.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm?
You guys keep world building. Don't worry.
So what if in this world, everyone had the word gaming at the end of their name?
I like it.
What if Pepsi Man was real?
What if I got nothing. I got nothing here. I just did
Well
not
played,
come for
Ben.
the joke.
You were just hoping it would pop up by the time you finish saying "what if."
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Real.
What if Jake was fucking mental booming super hard right now?
Where's the stories?
The joke was loading. Unfortunately, the load didn't get there in time.
Yeah, the joke was long. Unfortunately, the fucking save file was corrupted as shit. Game hard crashed.
What is going on? No, I'm doing some investigating because I was just clicking around my Discord. I look into car mains, and I see a Twitter post that says breaking: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Kirsten Dunst, and Emma Stone are confirmed to be returning and joining Tom Holland in Marvel's Spider-Man 3. And if Tobey Maguire is back in action, what more could I want in life, just in general? So I'm trying to find like the source, but I can't, so I don't believe it. I'm just finding sources that say, yeah, Doc Ock from the Spider-Man movies, he's playing Doc Ock again in this one. Alright, if that's real, that's the greatest news of 2020.
Well, you gotta wait till the end. Maybe Theo dies.
Well, no, at this point that sucks. Like, then all the shit would happen and then Theo dies anyway. Like, come on. Come on, man.
Well, no, it would be a sacrifice for 2021.
What if Theo died? Well, remember, 2021 isn't New Year, no Theo. We gotta have a different target. Could you imagine though Theo dies like December 30th, and December 31st, everything bad just reverses.
Christ.
Everyone is vaccinated. It's all fixed.
Theo dies of COVID.
We live in a utopia.
The Smash theme starts playing.
Theo dies of COVID. Everybody's immediately cured of COVID.
That'd be some shit, huh?
A worthy sacrifice.
I know what I have to do. I just don't know if I'm expected to do it.
And then January 1st, everything starts going to shit. The year of blessings was gone. No! January 1st, Galactus showed up. No. No.
I was pretty confident in that bet.
Yeah, I was too.
$2021 New Year, no me.
No.
Denied by you.
Damn. Hate to see it.
Then I can't play Spot Tooth. I can't have that.
Oh, good news is I think we should be able to return next week.
Nice. Unless they bring up another test.
Yeah, there's actually a chance I'll have a final that day, I'm pretty sure. So let me double check. Because if I have another fucking final, if I have a final at fucking 7 p.m. on Monday, again, I'm gonna fucking freak my shit.
Surprise. It's a test. You weren't expecting it, but now you have to do it.
Accurate.
Anyway, do we have any other things we're really worried about right now for world building?
I mean, that's really more of a question for you.
Yeah, how about you lock yourself in a dungeon and come back to us when you're ready for the next step?
Because I mean, the next step for me is just building nations and shit, which isn't that hard. Especially if I actually pay attention and try to put work into it instead of just going, yep, there's one there.
Yeah, I don't have anything right now. Like, I'm not gonna build my character until I see the world because I don't have a good concept just in my head.
There's a fucking 100% chance that I'm gonna have my final on Monday, and it's probably gonna be fucking 7 again. I'm fucking pissed.
one thing I can do is I can try to have like most of the nations at least baseline done by next week, because my school ended, so like the semester, not like it blew up.
It blew up.
Goodbye, school.
My school
Bad you're
ended.
doing
Everyone
online
died.
classes, idiot.
So I can try to have a world there, and we can kind of like, I don't know, what define session 0? Is it? I literally don't even know what that technically is. Is it literally just like making characters and you don't play?
It
entirely
depends.
depends.
Sometimes it's just making characters and you like introduce the setting. Sometimes it is a session just for all the players to get to know the new characters and all that shit. Sometimes it's just a session to introduce the story.
I mean, it's basically anything that you start with that doesn't mean that isn't just playing D&D.
Yeah, that isn't purely playing D&D.
So I mean, if I can get most of the world done by then, be good to go. Y'all can show up, like, I don't know, make characters if you want. You don't have to, I guess.
I'm
just gonna come in to listen, not making characters.
Well, I mean, some people, myself included, like, I don't really like making a character at the same time as, like, everyone else. It's weird to me, I don't know why.
Well, I was already sort of making a character because I perished. So I already have sort of a concept, so I'll probably come in, at least with that, and make something.
Yeah. I know Mitchell, you're in kind of the same boat.
Yeah, more or less. I just
Theo.
need to downgrade him.
Yep. Theo. You were asking questions about homebrew before. What kind of homebrew are you asking about? Yeah, I'll stuff. I'm gonna say this time, fuck homebrew races. We're done with that shit. And not full homebrew classes. Mitchell, because I formerly allowed it, Binder's good.
I was about to say, I'm gonna have some problems then.
I don't even, hardly even know her.
What's homebrew is?
Like homebrew
Skellington.
subclasses. Homebrew classes are fine shit.
Yep.
Or homebrew subclasses and shit. Just send me them, I'll look them over, yada yada yada, etc. So on and so forth. No races though. Normal races are fine, but keep an eye out on the horizon because I'll probably make a playable, like, stat stuff for
Bugman.
bug people.
Hell yeah. Will that be available for character creation for...
No, I told you to keep an eye out for it for no reason. Keep an eye out, they're gonna be in the world, you can't use them.
But you'll know their stat block really well.
I don't know if keep an eye out meant like in the far future or
I
like...
said I was making stats for them.
Alright, my bad.
What, are you stupid? Yes, you are.
Dumb question.
Man, level 3 though. This is gonna be exciting. I'm glad we're starting lower.
I do have a character concept, just not sure if I want to run with it. Shit.
This is good. This means I can really put away that dungeon for later, because that thing was dynamite. Oh fuck, do I have the wrong screenshot? No, I don't. I'm so small. Shit.
Alright, we're gonna keep it this way. Also, I like the name of the game.
Yeah. That's actually that's a Kaiba quote.
I've got a
Transcended common sense.
I've got a nice placeholder name for the character.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
we
my
won't-
my lore friendly name.
We won't play Tuesday. I'll be here again Tuesday. I'll go over setting stuff, yada yada yada.
Hey Jake.
No, shut up.
No, this is relevant. I clicked open my character sheet and I accidentally clicked make an NPC.
Jesus Christ.
Especially since Lumpy, I want you to look. Do you see that? You know what? No, you figure this one out, bud.
Okay.
Hey.
It's really not, and he's already confused. This is great. I gotta watch
He was
it.
confused from the start, dude.
I
Come
gotta
on, that
watch
isn't
it
fair.
go down. It's getting to the point where I'm like, maybe this isn't something that he gets. Maybe he can't see it, but because like it just sticks out.
You can do it, Lumpy.
Yeah, there you go. He did it. He did it. He found the box that said NPC next to it that was checked. And he was able to actually click that box and make it not anymore.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
I had to figure it out. I'd never seen that button before. Now I have.
I'll give you some credit. It took me a while to find that button when I was making NPCs. Because at first I was like, I'll use the NPC stat block. And I was like, ugh, I hate the NPC stat block. It's gross. That's why a bunch of my NPCs initially had character level. Then I realized, damn, the NPC stat block's kind of thick. I can just put anything I want in here. The worst part is though I have to fucking decide where the fuck the desert is on this map. There's way too many rivers. I know rivers can be in a desert, but like that's kind of like
Yeah, you know the Nile. No. I'm in Illinois. A place that's far worse.
at least it's not Ohio.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about over here?
Damn, I was looking at that place, but like look at all the rivers. They're trying to get to it.
The rivers are trying to get to fucking everywhere on this map.
I know,
There's
they're
a million rivers.
hyper aggro.
Rivers are sucking all the water out.
There's like
Is that how that works?
rivers.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, it looks so bad without the rivers. It's crazy.
Maybe different parts of the rivers.
You could eliminate these small things and put the desert here.
Edit. Edit. Here's. Yeah, no, the rivers are fine. Worst case scenario, the desert has some fucking rivers in it.
These are the bottom of a canyon, like the Grand Canyon.
You mean like the bottom of the Grand Canyon where there's a river?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what he said.
I recognize that. I'm stupid.
I'm all for giving Lumpy shit, but you just restated what he said in a condescending tone.
I thought you meant a desert being at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. I'm like, what?
That's a good idea too.
I was just confused.
These maps kind of came up big time.
Trying to think of the last time this guy used to
You're down the path less traveled by.
well, because I was stuck on basically 3 options, and I went with the one that I liked at the time, because I got most of the cool powers immediately.
Alright, time to do something that I've never done before. I'm gonna have a fucking character who only has 14 charisma. Ooh. Or sorry, only 7 charisma. Ooh.
About to say, that would be a change for you if you had a very high charisma.
Ironically, most of my characters recently have had high charisma, so this is the change. It's fucking weird.
Whatnot.
Yep. I almost played a bard this time, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to play a bard. Bards are gross.
Just play a sword bard.
Yeah, but sword bards only fucking buff other people. If I'm playing a bard, I want to be able to buff myself. Fuck the rest of them.
I don't think sword bards only buff other people.
You can buff your own damage, but you can't buff your own attack.
So you can stab people harder.
I don't care about stabbing people hard, about stabbing people more. I want to be able to fucking hit my dice rolls or shit.
That is very fair. And something I'm very slowly getting poor Seeker to be better at, because goddamn, my dice are sometimes awful.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about everything's below 10 except for like 2 rolls the entire session? Yay!
I don't like it.
Yep.
Unfortunate for
Next
you,
session,
dumbass.
freaking 17 every like 3 rolls. I'm like, what the hell? Here's where all the luck went from last time. Poor bastard got ripped apart. He survived. Just thinking about it, I don't think actually Seeker's ever taken structural damage. Yeah. Or I guess technically the Saint and Sage. That's only been out twice, so that doesn't seem fair.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the same one that I did the first time. Its powers are just too neat. Even if the level 3 ability is kind of eh. Although, the level 3 ability is literally the only one I dislike, so... That is the wrong thing. Well, now I'm going to have to rethink what he looks like at the beginning. And I don't even have more than 1 yet. I need to wait for 2 levels for that. God damn it.
Pain.
Hey, at least I got above level 1 vestiges, which is good.
Yeah, that's good.
Means I have more options. I'm sure the level 2 vestiges are kind of eh, but that's okay.
You ain't counting them all.
Freaking heck, and you're screwed to waste levels until like freaking level 5. It's annoying. Yeah. To quickly explain the binder, it's kind of like a warlock. But rather than having a single patron, you get to pick your patrons every day.
Weird.
They give different powers depending on their level. Such as, to go from one at the very beginning in level 1, where is Lexicon? Here he is, Lexicon. You learn some cantrips. When you take damage from a spell, you can gain advantage. Or, sorry, you gain resistance to the damage. You get a couple of spells, like wizard spells, you can cast 2 times a day. And you can speak every language in existence and read every language in existence, and everyone else hears you talking like that. Versus, I don't know, Erebus, who is at the very top, who has Obliviate. At your touch, you cast Disintegrate on the person. If they die from it, they no longer exist. They are turned to dust, they're literally removed from existence. Oh, and by the way, you're also freaking ethereal and take half damage from everything.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, she is freaking basically a godlike entity that was locked up and is now threatening to destroy creation if she ever gets out.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, she's already done it a few times. In fact, she was asked to do it a few times. When the gods were setting things up in this version of the universe. And then they were like, but we like this world, so yeah, we don't really want to have it blown up. That's kind of bad.
Just don't be so picky.
God.
Everything needs to get wiped away a couple times.
Binders are kind of, in some ways, I guess they're like bardic warlocks, I guess. They can be a lot of different things, but they get all their powers from extraplanar entities. Although, in all honesty, it's usually safer. seeing as you're just lending your soul.
All right, I'm gonna hit the hay, I think.
Good night. Good luck.
Good night,
Senpai.
Lumpy.
Good night. Good night, fellas.
Good night.
Like, fucking get back.
Yeah, no, I know what this guy's going to do. I don't know the race yet, so I want to give Jake time to make the bug one, so I can look at that and think about it.
Bug.
Well, he was a half elf before,
Bug.
but he might be the bug. We'll see. Because I did kind of almost explicitly ask for it. So I do have a slight duty to actually at least look at it. My stat line is not all that different from before. I'm gonna have to kind of wait to roll hit points and whatnot.
All right. Jake. Is Jake there?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Unfortunate.
Yep.
Just ask how much a rune 2D point and shooty costs.
Binder was my favorite class from 3.5. It was freaking underpowered then, but I just found the idea freaking really, really interesting.
Sounds good.
It's the idea of a person who's like, hey, eldritch beings from the void, or the outer planes as they were called then.
Howdy.
You can share my body for a bit and you give me magic powers in the meantime.
Hey, Jake, how much does a gun cost?
Yeah, good question. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, doke.
Well, and I'm gonna have to set up this guy again. That's fine. I'm just gonna do the same thing, by the way, Jake, for setup.
Yeah. I figured as much.
This one makes so much sense compared to what he's supposed to be, but gives me literally no freaking output for damage. Yeah, I think. I guess I'll write in the one that I'm most likely to go with. I'm a little sad not to see any repeat customers from the old books, so they're all new.
It's it.
No. They had some pretty neat ones in there. Wait a minute, who's there? Oh, right. Yeah. It's either Cicero or Scipiolos. Esquipilos? No, Esquipios. Oh, I'm a little bit sad I don't get the intro for Kareen, though. Because that would have been great.
Welcome back.
What I miss?
Not much.
Are we done with
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less right now.
As
Yeah,
formally
play
mentioned
next
with the
week.
gods, if you have any requests for them, you can just send them to me.